Hello? Okay, there you go. Hi everyone! I'm back. I'm back from my hiatus. Hi Chinan! Hi Matthew! Hi Miles! You like my hair clip? You like my new hair clip? Look. Look! Isn't it cute? And it kinda looks like my actual hairpin design, right? Isn't it cute? It's free. There's a lot of free stuff in VTubing. You just have to know where to look. It's cool, right? It's cool. I can make it like the original one, like the square. But I like the heart one. There you go. Hi everyone. Welcome. Welcome. I know I've been away. My cat died. I'm sorry. You know, that's the update. She didn't make it. She died. Yeah. Hi Motherman. Yeah, my I just rest in peace cat. Yeah, I just it's been sad. You know, it's been sad. It's always sad when you lose a pet, right? Right. The thing is, when I was talking to the vet, okay, the thing is, when I was talking to the vet said it might be genetic, and that cat has a sister. So I'm kind of worried about the other cat now. Like, what if she also gets the kidney failure? And yesterday I had like a mini panic attack because she vomited, but it was just like a hairball. But you know, it really triggered me. I'm like, oh fuck, because that's the symptoms of the other cat, you know, before she got sick. About that job. Oh yeah, the job. Okay. Let me just finish updating on my cat situation. So, uh, at least the vet told me that I can pay later, which is good because I am literally out of cash now. The whole vet situation really drained me, bro. Dra- it drained every avenue that I have. But, you know, at least I have a job. Okay, my job starts in April. If I manage to get in, you know why? The onboarding is so strict. The onboarding is like super strict, bro. I spent like 4 days just on the onboarding and I haven't even finished everything yet. Like no, Jinan, I already got the job, but the onboarding requirements, so you know, your government files, your IDs, your certificate of employment, etc., etc. I've been having a lot of issues with it because in my old job, the HR manager, I think, left the company already. So I'm trying to contact the new HR and they're not replying. And now it's the weekend, so I have to wait for 2 more days. I like emailed them the moment they asked for my COE, right? But I yet you know, there's such a big gap. Well, it's not a gap because I was an illustrator, right? But in the context of my new job, it's basically nothing. It's not relevant to the job that I got. So I'm just really worried. I've been like really anxious for the past few days because of it. Oh shit, is my okay, fuck. I thought my echo was on. Right? It's hard when I haven't been working for 2 years and suddenly they're like, oh, show your tax form, show your whatever, show your government ID, show this, show that. I'm like, nah. And you guys know I don't trust the government. I don't like. Oh my god, I need my hat. Right? I need my hat. I don't trust the government, guys. I don't, I don't trust the government. I don't want to give them my pocket details, right? Right, fuck. It's stressful. I have to get my clearances and whatever unnecessary evil to grapple with bean counters, yeah. And since they're very strict and there's so much stuff I have to do. And remember when my cat died? Yeah, so my cat was dying at my house, but I still had to go to the bank and get, you know, go to the bank, make an account, get pictures. Wait a minute. Sorry, my cat. Oi, Taba, come here. Okay. So, okay, the other cat is still healing. He's in cage rest, but it's raining outside, so I let him out so he can roam around the house. Need to stretch his legs. He's been going crazy in the cage. He's been ripping apart his like food and bowls, and she's like, get me the fuck out of here. So I let him like roam around the house for a little bit, and then I'll put him back in the cage in a few hours. Yeah, it's so hard dealing with like a lot of paperwork. Oh, and I keep getting distracted because of the Jim Carrey situation. Are you watching the Jim Carrey situation? It's really funny. Jim Carrey got cloned. He got replaced. Allegedly. Allegedly, guys. Okay, alleged. Oh, you like my new outfit? There you go. You like my outfit? Okay. He got replaced, bro. Jim Carrey got replaced. Can you believe that? He was trying. You know how dude, there was a clip of him, this Jim Carrey, that was trying to do faces. He was like, and he couldn't do the Jim Carrey faces anymore. A complete lack of pants. Yeah, I don't have pants or underwear. Casper brought it up last night. It was one of the only people who knew what he was talking about. See, when you listen to Milky, you know all of these bullshit, right? I know certain information, right? And did you manage to like get Casper's attention because you're the only one who knew what the fuck he was talking about? It's insane, right? His eye color changed, his nose tip changed, his brow bone changed. Everything. That's not Jim Carrey. That's not him. He was replaced. The real Jim Carrey is dead. Just like Avril Lavigne. Allegedly. Allegedly, they're both dead. Oh, Jinan, he was too busy playing Sonic to really read chat. Oh, fuck. Anyway. Dude, there was a clip before this new Jim Carrey appeared where the original Jim Carrey, like this clip was like 2 months before. People are saying, oh, it's plastic surgery, right? But the thing is, you do not recover from that amount of plastic surgery in 2 months. So he had like a video where he was still looking like the normal Jim Carrey 2 months before the award show, and he was saying shit like, oh, I'm dead, I'm just wearing a face. He was saying Illuminati conspiracy shit, and then 2 months later, that's not him anymore. Oh shit, he got replaced. He woke up. Contacts and plastic surgery conspiracy. Shut up. You cannot recover from that amount of plastic surgery within 2 months, bro. They had a video of him in a podcast 2 months before talking about Illuminati shit. Hey, you wanna see something wild? Look up what Guy Fieri... Dude, didn't he color his hair brown? And everyone was like freaking out. They're like, oh shit. He's now a dude. Yeah, he became normal. He's like, oh, I'm old. I need to hang up my fire print pants. If we've had Supreme... If we have Supreme Secret Overlords, I'd be really disappointed if they were stupid enough for this much stuff to slip by. Yeah, I mean, they think we're stupid too. By the way, did you see the Warner... Okay. I'm gonna get banned. Did you see the Warner Brother Netflix Paramount fusion? Netflix is moving away from the bidding. So Warner Brothers will be owned by Paramount, aka one singular person owns 40% of the media you consume. Hi, small gay art nerd. Hello, welcome. I'm just doing a small update and then we'll draw. But we are gonna talk about World War III. Oh shit! You know what? I need to change my outfit. I need to change my outfit for this conversation, right? Fucking take off my body. There you go. Don't look. Nobody look. I'm naked. Okay. We have to change our outfit for the oncoming World War III situation that we have. Where's my outfit? There we go. Oh yeah. Okay. World War III eminent boys. I hope you don't get drafted. I'll be sad if any of you guys get drafted. So the best course of action for everyone is to break their legs. Okay. Oh shit! What am I? Okay, everyone, calm down, everyone. Okay, shit. Shit. Okay. Okay, fuck. Okay. I'm wearing too much shit. Okay, there we go. There we go. Right? There. I'm ready. I'm ready for World War III. Who's ready, guys? Who's ready for World War III? Are you guys ready for World War III? Better invest in a freeze dryer, right? Guys, this is Milky giving you a lot of like oh shit, why am I so small? Why am I so small? I was big in my monitor. What the fuck? Okay. I need to be bigger. There we go. Okay, guys. Okay, guys. Are you listening to me, guys? Dude, if you are a dude with no mental handicaps, no disability, no persisting disease like what's this? Diabetes, okay? Time to leave the country. Lest you get drafted. Okay, lest you get drafted. You're not trying to... Yeah, the Paramount Warner Brother things is insane. Never ever let a company do a monopoly on anything. Okay. Never ever do that shit, bro. Don't you guys have laws protecting your people from like monolith companies? As much as I really want to hang out here longer, I really should get back to work. I'm excited to be able to chat with you more during my break next week. Good luck. Good luck, Jinan. Bye-bye. Okay. You are somewhat disabled. Okay. At least you won't get drafted. But the thing is, if the well-bodied... What's the word? Well-abled... well-bodied people are gone, you know, in the first wave. They're gonna start, like, hauling everyone that can move and hold a gun. Time to become morbidly obese. Yeah. Become... Hey. I will cry so fucking hard if they cancel the gun version. No. Able-bodied. Okay, there. Able-bodied, sorry. Lost as if the government here isn't a junior machine. Well, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry, but World War III is happening. Um, the U.S. bombed Iran, right? Iran, and then was it Palestine or Iran? Iran bombed Israel. Uh, dude, you know what's insane? You know what? You know what? What's? I can't speak. I haven't been talking in like days after my cat died. Anyway, you know what happened? The US government is like fucking insane, bro. They waited for all of the leaders, the Iranian leaders, to be in one location. So the Iranian leaders are all like meeting up. And they waited for everyone. And then they bombed the shit out of the place. They killed everyone. They killed all the leaders, I think. I know I know the head of media was killed, and the what's his name, the supreme leader. My jinan mama. We've got some antitrust type laws going on, but they're not perfect, and I'm not very knowledgeable in the Yeah, you're more knowledgeable in the nuclear war. Jinan, become a nuclear scientist, okay? Become rich. Maybe you can marry Milky. Dude, I had to get a job because I couldn't find a husband in time. Now I have to go back to work. Now I have to go back to work. I mean, I've been watching what's going on in Eastern Europe. Burgerland and Israel bombed Iran and they respond. Yeah, dude, it's... Oh, isn't like Dubai also being bombed? So every rich person or OnlyFans creator currently in Dubai is stuck there during the war. So if you are one of the people who are unfortunately subscribe to an OnlyFans person who went to Dubai to become a Dubai toilet for like a week or some shit, and now they're stuck there. RIP. Unsubscribe. You're losing your money. It's basically the Iraq War all over again. Oh, the Iraq War where allegedly the Illuminati wanted the tomb of Gilgamesh. You know, they discovered it in Iran, and the tomb of Gilgamesh has like information on gaining eternal life, and that's why they started the Iraq War. So your fucking uncle who died in the Iraq War, or your father or your grandfather or someone you know, your friend that got bombed the fuck out during the Iranian war in the early 2000s was because of the Illuminati wanting eternal life. Iran is basically bombing American bases all over the Middle East, so yeah, collateral damage. Okay, guys. It's not safe in the Philippines either because we are allied with the US. We are allied with the US, so I hope they don't bomb me. I'm already living a shit life. I'm just joking. My life is fine. I'm just sad my cat died. Hi, Rusty. Welcome. Hi, Margo po. Welcome, welcome. I hope you're doing well. I'm doing fairly okay. I mean, the previous cat that died, you know, like 2 years ago, remember that? I had a mental breakdown because I died and I wasn't there. He died and I wasn't there. But this cat, I managed to say goodbye. I managed to hold her one last time. I managed to cuddle her and kiss her and tell her I love her and that everything's gonna be okay. And I was holding her when she passed, and it was a little traumatic. It made me second guess my choice to like let her die a natural death because I didn't want her to suffer. You know, when it's not like the movies where it's not like the movies, okay? It's not like the movies where they die peacefully. They seize, okay? They seize. They make weird noises, and I was like, shit, maybe I should have euthanized her. But I don't know. I'm selfish. I should kill myself. Anyway, so that's why it was okay for me because I managed to say my goodbyes, right? I managed to say my goodbyes, and I stayed with the body for like a little while, and then we managed buried her, right? But yeah, speaking of the cat, I need to get the sister checked, but I don't have enough money anymore. Anyway, I don't know what to do. I'm having like a panic attack. Anyway, okay. The thing is, I drank my meds before this stream, so I'm calm. Okay, I'm calm. I'm cool. We're talking about World War III now, okay? Bitcoin is down, World War III is ongoing, the Philippines is allied with the US. So there aren't any talks yet in the Philippine news if we will be sending troops to war. I don't know. I don't know. I hope they don't bomb me. Hey, they said New Zealand is the safest. New Zealand is one of the safest places to be in right now during World War III. Who wants to marry me and bring me to New Zealand right now? Bring me to New Zealand. What do they do in New Zealand anyway? What is what new oh shit, The Hobbit, right? The Hobbit is in New Zealand. Oh no, is that Greenland? Fuck. The Hobbit was in New Zealand, right? BTC will be 95k by Monday. Ooh, I need a BTC. Big. I'm gonna get banned. It's kind of like Diet Australia. Is it hot? Is New Zealand hot? BTC big. Big tanking cock. I mean, you already discussed politics, so whatever. Why the hell would you send troops? Yeah, because we're allied with the US, Matthew. We're allied with the US. The Philippines is allied with the US. It's been it's been an ongoing issue. Some people don't like being allied with the US because they did hey, I just realized we were under America. So do I get some sort of monetary funding from the US because we were under America for like a while? I mean, okay. You know what? It's okay for me to discuss some of the politics because I think we are discussing World War III, right? I mean, I can't immigrate there anyway because I'm also this. Wait, you can't immigrate to the Netherlands, to New Zealand if you are disabled. What? So if you're like, I don't have a leg, they're like, okay, get out of here. And Canada, you can't move to Canada if you're disabled. Holy fuck. Holy shit. So Philippines doesn't have any way. Matthew. The thing is, we will provide the people. The US will do the deployment. Probably. Possibly. Allegedly. Please don't. God damn. World War III. Oh shit. Yeah. Yeah, I have to get 2 cats checked up. The sister of the one that died, because the vet said it was genetic, and then my other cat is like sneezing, and I'm gonna go move into the city in like a month, so I don't want to leave them if they're sick. Because if you have a chronic disability, they think you're trying to take advantage of their free healthcare. Damn. Holy shit. I'm gonna say something. Wait. I'm gonna say something politically charged and then I'm gonna get cancelled. Such is life, right? Such is life. I'm gonna say something. idiotic. Okay. Out of all of the governance that we have, I think capitalism is still the best. Yes, I'm a capitalist bitch. Because every other form of society only looks good on paper. Please don't cancel me. This is just my thoughts, okay? This is my opinion. Any other form of society is fucked up. Okay, just to clarify, every society is fucked up. There's no such thing as utopia, okay? There's no such thing as utopia. You have to accept that. You have to accept that as long as humans remain humans, there will always be conflict. There will always be hunger, war, etc., etc., all the bad things happening. The human aspect is what makes our society like that, right? Capitalism is the least... Okay, just think about it this way, okay? All societies are poison. Capitalism is the least poisonous one of all. Every other form of society has been sabotaged by capitalists fucking over the competition. Sorry, I'm just looking around if there's any cats near me. Okay. Oh, I'm losing my viewers because I started talking about capitalism. Anyway. Dude, the reason you guys have rights is because you're under a capitalist society. Okay, here's something though. Here's food for thought, okay? Communism, socialism, right? Okay, think about it this way. Equal rights for everyone, right? Equal rights, equal everything for everyone. Think of the horrible, fucking idiotic person that you know, and then give them a chance to hold power. Like, think of like the most evil person. Okay, I'm losing my viewers. I should stop. I mean, that is the consequence of talking about politics as a VTuber, right? If anything, capitalism might transition to corporate monarchy. Fuck. Uy. Oh. Oh shit, my Filipino slipped out. Uy. Okay. Dude, can you imagine like the Princess of Wendy's? Oh shit. The fucking Prince of Paramount. Holy fuck. Like the fucking corporations become monarchies, right? The Prince of Paramount, the Duke of Netflix. Fucking, they wear crowns and shit with like the fucking Netflix logo, like in rubies, blood rubies. Qatar, and Venezuela are basically the testing ground. At least I got like a little break from paying the vet bills. The vet was like really nice. I was sobbing so hard in the vet. I think I was crying for like an hour. And they were like so nice. I was like, fuck. Why, fuck? This is to remember my poor cat Chow Fan. She's a great cat. Remember when I kept talking about like when I was sick 2 years ago and I kept passing out and I was just like really, really sick? I kept passing out. That brown cat, Chow Fan, is the only one that was like frightened that I was dying. My other cats were like, oh shit. But she's like panicking. She's like, fuck, she's dying, fuck. I woke up. I passed out one time. I woke up. She was screaming at my face. She was jumping around me. She was like, she was just like freaked out. She was like screaming. She was like jumping all over me. She was trying to wake me up. I was like, oh shit. I held her hand while she passed. Hi, Geeksan. Hello. Welcome. I'm glad you're here. You missed my capitalist socialist ism rants, and I lost a lot of my viewers because they don't agree. I was also talking about World War 3. Here's something. Why not chop off your leg? Oh shit! Chop off your leg. Then you won't get drafted for anything. Ride a motorcycle and fucking crash yourself into a car. Yeah, my cat died. That's why I've been away. I don't know if you follow my Twitter. I said I was gonna take like a little break because I was like really, really sad. I was really, really sad about my cat dying, okay? Lifelong nerve pain? Well, if it... Okay then, lifelong, you have to choose lifelong nerve pain or getting blown up while in deployment in Iraq. What do you choose? At least, if you have lifelong nerve pain, you can still play your video games. You can sit in your house. You can still have a burger, play some video games, jack off or some shit. But if you got blown to pieces in Iraq, you can't do that shit anymore. I'll just go to jail as a conscientious objector or draft dodger. Oh yeah, you can also do that. But can't they force you to join the military? Hi on friend, can't they just make you join? Dude, prison is a hell, bro. I didn't have social media, thankfully. I'm sorry, God's being such a yeah, my this always happens. I've mentioned this before. I have weird luck. Whenever something good is happening in my life, something bad is about to happen. So I got this fancy new job, right? And then my cat died. And then my other cat is sick. And now 2 more of my cats are sick. This job better be fucking worth it, bro. This job better be fucking worth it. I'm just a little bit worried because my government documents still need some fixing. Also, you know, I've been unemployed for 2 years. I don't know. Maybe I can just beg. I'll be like, I'm sorry. Please, please, please hire me. Please, please. I'm fucking begging you. I'm a really good worker. Please. This is what happens. Because this is what happens. I spent 2 years fucking off and I didn't get a husband in time. Okay? If I got a husband in time, then I wouldn't have to go back to fucking work, bro. Fuck. I'd rather be a housewife. Not gonna lie. I wanna marry rich and be an alcoholic housewife. I'll be like, you wake up in the morning, you're my husband. For example, you're my husband. You wake up in our like fucking mansion, and I'm already awake, and I cooked you breakfast, and I'm drinking some wine. I'm like, good morning, darling. Isn't the day so bright and wonderful because we're rich and I don't have to pay anything for anything that I do with my life. But sadly, that was a pipe dream. Now I have to go back to work. Going back to workforce. I'm gonna be an office lady. You know what else is fucked up? I lost so much weight. All of my old office outfits do not fit me anymore. So when I go to the city for my new job, I have to buy like slacks and shirts and whatever. Oh, and you know, this is a corporate job. So I'm going back to corporate. I'm going back to corporate. So my previous job was like in animation, right? So there, we don't have like a uniform. As long as you're presentable, you can wear whatever the fuck you want because you're working with artists, right? Now I'm in corporate. I can't wear my cat print shirts. I cannot wear my fucking jean jorts, my jorts. I can't wear my jorts anymore. I can't wear sandals. You have to wear closed shoes. And the colors have to be neutral. Guys, neutral colors. Ah, I have to go to Uniqlo and buy like a brown shirt and like black skirts and I don't know. Maybe I can pull off the sexy librarian look, right? I already have lifelong nerve pain from back surgery. Oh shit! I'm sorry to hear that, Matthew. They can't force you to comply. Oh. That's bad. I always have No, Geek-san. I'm okay with losing weight. What I mean is, all of my clothes don't fit me anymore. Even my pajamas, my favorite pajamas, they're falling down my fucking hips, bro. I woke up my... I woke up my... Dude, I woke up one time and my pajamas were like pulled down. It was so loose. It was so loose. I woke up. My pants were like my pajama pants were on my ankles. Yeah. And even my jeans, you know, I started doing that like button hack where you put like an elastic on the button for your jeans so that it'll fit. And the thing is I don't have a belt. I think I lost my belt somewhere when I was like putting things in storage. So I'm trying to look for like clothing that would fit me a little bit, but everything is like loose, you know, when you're in corpo, you have to look snappy. And everything is loose or ill-fitting or the colors are not allowed. Well, there isn't like a particular color that's not allowed, but they do suggest like, you know, a more corporate kind of look, meaning neutrals, black, white, gray, browns, deep reds, auburns, think of autumn, something like that. Think of autumn colors. Can relate, had to go out and buy a belt recently because of my jeans stopped fitting. Yeah, dude. Oh, I almost died, by the way, a couple days ago. I was so sad after my cat died. I I went to a K barbecue by myself. And this bitch, dude, they were charging 150 pesos more for single diners. What's up with that? We eat less, but they serve us, they bill us more. Apparently, if you're a couple, if there's like 2 or more people eating, then they only charge you 550. But if you're just one person trying to live your life, they charge you 650. What the fuck? What the fuck? Anyway, I was sad, right? So I splurged on some lunch and then I started eating, right? And I was just so sad. I ate so much. I went home. I was doing like the document stuff for my new job. So I was like typing, I was working, blah 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 blah. And then I started feeling really, really sick. Like cold sweats. I was like sweating. I can feel my heartbeat and beat. No, I did not need to go to the fucking bathroom. Okay, I was just like my heart started like beating really fast. And then I realized I haven't taken my heart meds for the day. And I have to take them like in a at the same time every day. So I was like, oh shit, am I having a heart attack? Like my whole chest hurts and my tummy hurt. And you know, the sign for a woman when they're having a heart attack, you know, for guys it's like your arm is tingly. For women it's more like your tummy starts hurting. It's like you're getting cramps. I was like, oh fuck. Oh shit. I'm dying. I couldn't even stand. I lie down in bed. Fuck. I took my I took my heart meds, my BP meds, and then I lied down and like started praying. I'm like, oh fuck, I can't die right now, bro. I can't die right now. Fuck. I felt like I was dying. I wanted to vomit. That's also another sign of a heart attack. I felt like vomiting, bro. Okay, never again. I will never eat K barbecue again. Well, I will still eat it, but not that much anymore. Damn, I really am old. What is that condition? Oh, I have heart problems, geek. I think the meat tipped my blood pressure up and my heart was like freaking out. My family has like an issue with their hearts. So I might die either from a heart attack or a military drone. I don't know. I don't know. That's my health issues. Anyway, what else? Okay. I need to buy shoes. Holy shit, dude, I need to buy new underwear. Even my underwear don't fit anymore. Dude, my fat pussy became small. My fat ass pussy ain't small. Is small now. Fuck. So my underwear also needs an update. I need to buy like a smaller size underwear now. It means I lost my ass. I don't have a butt anymore. Fuck. Oh, I also have to buy shoes. Holy fuck, bro. I have to buy because all I have are like fucking sandals and it's not allowed. It has to be closed shoes. So I have to buy like leather shoes. Like what the fuck is up with that? Maybe because single payers spend less but still take the table. Unfriend, dude, I was the only fucking person in that restaurant, bro. It was in the middle of the day on a weekday. I was the only one there. Fucking, there's no one else. I'm not fighting for anyone for this fucking table. There's no one else, bro. There's no one else. And they fucking they fucking charge me more. What is up with that? Seen them in what did you see in vending machines? What did you see in vending machines? what did you see in vending machines, bro? Oh shit. You know what? I'm also a little bit sick because the weather is bad right now. Like it's super hot and then it gets really cold at night. And you guys know I'm very sensitive to like cold. So I'm just like I am it's fucked up, bro. I'm just cold all the time. Oh shit. What the fuck? Oh fuck, what am I pressing, bro? Fuck, I keep forgetting my thingy. Ah shit, wait, I can do this. I keep forgetting my... Ah shit. Oh, okay, there. Oh fuck. I keep forgetting my hotkeys. My hotkeys. Need to look at my... Okay. Okay, I will be drawing some... Guys, Guys, since this is the first, I've been away for a while because of my cats. Do you guys want to look at fucked up conspiracy theories with Milky? Or do you want to watch like ghost videos? I'm looking at my YouTube right now. Fuck. Ghost videos. Ghost videos for Milky. Ghost ghost videos. You guys want to look at conspiracy theories with Milky? I mean, we can. You guys wanna look at conspiracy theories? There's been a lot. Actually, I think, since I was sad because of my cat, I've just been looking at conspiracy theories. So we can look at the Jim Carrey one if you want. Let's see. Where is my Windows? Where is my window capture? Okay. Are you open? Oh, there we go. Okay, let's that. Okay. Hey guys, you wanna watch? You wanna watch some bullshit with Milky? Right? Don't you guys wanna watch some bullshit with Milky? We can discuss about conspiracy theories. Oh shit, wait. Let me open my Twitter. Because my conspiracy theories are there. Let me hide it because it might be in my yaoi Twitter and you'll see like Superman dick or some shit. Okay, there. Oh shit, look at the first tweet that like pops up. Wait. Let me close the music. Dude, look at the fucking first tweet that pops up. Okay, where the hell is chat? Chat, come here. Go. Okay. How to avoid the World War III draft? Oh my god. Oh my fucking god. Okay. Let's watch it together.
If you are 18 to 25, you are cooked. You going to World War III. If you are 26 to 39, you are still cooked because the age cap's at 39. You going to World War III. If you have ADHD, you are cooked. You are going to World War III. If you have diabetes, congratulations, you ain't going to World War III. If you've ever been put in a mental facility, congratulations, you are not going to World War III.
Everyone, please become psychotic and get yourself into a mental institution.
If you are in college, I'm sorry, you are cooked. They actually want you more for the draft because they want to put you in a specialized position. You are going to World War III. If you have a master's degree, you are cooked. If you dropped out of high school, you are safe from World War III.
Oh shit. So if you're they don't want you if you're a felon. Everyone commit felonies. I'm just joking. Don't do that. Oh, that was a joke.
Don't want you. If you are a felon, you are not going to World War III. Now is the best time to be a felon. If you are LGBTQ, I'm sorry, you are cooked. You are still going to World War III. Now, if you're transitioning, you are safe. You are not going to World War III. If you are your only mother's son, I am sorry, you are cooked. You are going to World War III. If you are a woman, you are only half cooked because men are required to go first, but at any time, Congress can change legislation if they need more people. If you have kids, you are going to World War III. But if you're actively pregnant, you are not going to World War III.
Everyone get pregnant now! Everyone get pregnant.
War III. If you have major depressive disorder or severe anxiety, you got to be able to prove. It got to be documented or you are cooked. If it's not documented, you going to World War III. Like and comment for part 2.
Okay, if you have anxiety. Damn. Oh shit. What the fuck? I should
if you
not.
Are 18 to 25, you are cooked.
Let's go to my bookmark. I bookmarked some Jim Carrey. Oh, there we go. Jim Carrey. This one. Okay.
That I played. I don't exist. So
Hi,
they're all
KK.
characters that I've played, including
Welcome.
Jim Carrey, including Joel Barish, including any of those things. They're all characters. Jim Carrey was a less intentional character, right, because I thought I was just building something that people would like, but it was a character. I played the guy that was free from concern so that people who watched me would be free from concern.
My favorite funny face is the one I'm wearing right now.
Okay, wait. I know I bookmarked some shit here where he was trying to make faces. Where is it?
So pretty, oh my gosh. Ange Malaver was off.
That's not that's not Jim Carrey. They replaced him. They replaced him. That's not Jim Carrey. Fuck! Damn, it's like Avril Lavigne all over again.
Oh, loved it. Loved it. It's so beautiful. And having Michelle, you know, Camilla Cotono, was also amazing. It was just a brilliant evening, you know? Really brilliant evening. Oh my gosh. Ange Malaver was off the hook. I mean,
God damn, that's not him. That's not him. He's dead. He's fucking dead, bro. Look. That's the real Jim Carrey. That's not him, bro. It's not him. That's not him. They replaced him. They fucking... Look at the fucking eyes, bro. Look. They replaced him. Where's the one where he's like trying to make a funny face? I know I bookmarked it somewhere. He was trying to make a funny face. He was trying to... Okay. So much conspiracy. Okay. Jim Carrey's wife passed away not long after he made this chilling remark. Some audience members later claimed the room was completely silent and that the laughter and applause were added in post-production.
This is. Right? Yeah.
What is it?
Come on, Jimmy. Seriously, the time is up. People are hip to this kind of stuff. I'm here tonight to blow the lid off it, to be the whistleblower. I'm sick and tired of the secrets and the lies. It is the secret symbol of the Illuminati, and you're a part of it, and it is the all-mocking tongue. It's the symbol of the all-mocking tongue. And I'm sick of it. I want everybody to be in on the joke, man. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, this was the last time they fucking
talk
replaced
show
him, bro.
hosts,
Fuck,
people
he's
on
dead.
television, people in sitcoms have been hired by the government to throw you off the track, to distract you, to make you laugh and stuff like that, make you happy and docile so you don't know what's really going on. You know, they get out there in the woods in a circle naked and they decide these things. And, you know, and you know, look at him trying to help out. It's hilarious, hilarious. And
Damn, he's dead, bro. They fucking replaced him, bro. Fuck, it's like Avril Lavigne all over again. Okay. Where is it? He was trying to do the Jim Carrey face. Oh, here it is. Look. He's trying to do the faces, but he can't move his face the way Jim Carrey does it.
C'est très gentil. Bonsoir. Merci beaucoup. C'est très gentil.
Like the reason Jim Carrey was so popular was because he can make the faces, right? When he was like doing the Grinch and stuff, right? Now this is the only face he can make.
Merci beaucoup.
What the
C'est
fuck?
très gentil.
That's not him. That's not him, bro. Okay. Okay, update on Johnny Somali.
Attempt his last prosecution.
Okay, whatever. Stop talking. Okay, update on Johnny Somali. He is sentenced to 3 years in jail with hard labor. So he's going to jail and then he's gonna like pick cabbages or whatever the fuck that they make people in labor camps do. Break rocks. and he is also gonna be put in a sex offender list because Korea is really strict with the AI thing. Remember he made like that AI video of him kissing another YouTuber, a Korean YouTuber, and that girl was like, "Hey, that's not me. Why are you using my face for this? It's considered like porn." Even though like in the thing they're just like kissing, but that's still like considered sexual what's the word? Harassment? I'm sorry. I'm sick. Okay. So he will be put in a sex offender list, 3 years in jail. He has to pay a fine, and then the 3 years in jail also has like labor. So he's in a labor camp. They discussed this before. It's either they make him pick vegetables or dig up like roads or whatever. So that's what's happening. Also, they're trying to drain his money because they mentioned here during the case that instead of like just a 2 week wait time, they extended it to another like month or so. So that's fucked up because in Korea, while you're still awaiting sentencing, they're not gonna put you in jail. But if you are under something like this, you're in a case, you cannot work. So Johnny Somali is walking around in Korea right now. He cannot stream, he cannot work. He gets donations from people. That's how he manages to survive. Damn, they're really like draining his money. They're like, okay, wait another 2 months and walk around in Korea with no job. Bro, he's really. Yeah, he's not imprisoned. He's walking around. Because in Korea, you don't get placed in prison. Sorry, I'm like sniffly. Maybe because I was crying so hard for the past, I don't know, few days. I made myself sick. No, he cannot. He's free to walk around, but he's still under surveillance, so he has to like check in with the police like every day or some shit like that, or every week. And they're also like checking all of his online accounts, so they know that he cannot stream, he cannot work. See, scariest ghost videos of all time. Oh my god, I'm getting sniffly, bro. Ned Fulmer. Oh shit, do you guys know about Ned Fulmer? He's back. People discovered his like dating. So, okay, Ned Fulmer is one of the Try Guys, right? The Try Guys. Sorry, I'm whispering, okay? Because my dad is watching his shows and my walls are pretty thin. Anyway, the Try Guy person, the wife guy. So he got outed for cheating, right? And then he divorced his wife and then moved on with a girlfriend. And then after a year, they broke up or some shit, and he's still like cheating. And they made, he made like an account or some shit, and people found his account and was making fun of him, bro. The damned don't cry. Joan Crawford? Well, oof, my stomach. Horchata. Ah, don't tempt me. I have alcohol right now. I was thinking of drinking myself. Drinking by myself because I'm sad. How me and Haruka stopped being friends. Who's Haruka? I know Kuro is the guy from Niji Sanji, but who is Haruka? Dude, can you imagine like having to explain why you're not friends anymore with random people online, bro? That must suck. Like imagine you're like, I'm not friends anymore with so and this is what happened. Haruka Karibu? Green Canadian Mute. Dude, I don't have a surname because I'm an artist first. When I became a VTuber, I wasn't really thinking about, oh, I'm gonna have a cute name, a full name. Like a first name, middle name, and last name. No, I'm just Four Milks. Actually, my name is Four, and my surname is Milks. Call me Four. Actually, no, call me Milky. Most disturbing cases caught on CCTV. Oh, fuck. Toddler and dog locked in dangerously hot car. What the fuck? Why do you always like lock babies in cars? I don't know. Major creep. Who is Anna Paul? Dude, I'm such a hag. I don't know any of these new TikTok stars anymore. What's the Alpine Inferno? What's an Alpine Inferno? London's cheapest and tiniest flats for sale? Wait. I want to see this.
Welcome back to the channel and
What if I want to buy a flat in Britain? Maybe not.
welcome back to another episode of The Wandering Turnip.
I think I'll be like super depressed. Isn't like Britain like super gloomy and cold?
Ridiculous, wonderful, strange, bizarre things.
Okay, let's see. How
We'll
much is
speak
it?
about leaseholds later on in the video because things may be changing. But also on this listing it says this: buyers are advised that there was a police incident at this property on the 22nd of April 2023. You've probably flats that I'm showing you today that is
Oh,
going
shit.
to auction. So stick around if you want to see what this actually sells for. It's on for 250,000, £250,000. This flat is on for. As you can see here, it does come
£250,000 and it looks like this.
furnished. Now, you've probably heard of picture hooks before. Very useful thing for hanging.
Well, I
things
do
on
like the windows. Oh my god, this is the perfect house for me. Someone buy me this fucking shitty flat.
the wall. This guy just used pegs. Just got a peg, hammered it in the wall, job done, and I like
Where's
that.
the
This guy is
bathroom?
thinking
I want to
outside
see the
box.
bathroom.
Now, the rest of the flat, as I say, just totally gross. Here's your kitchen, as I say, I'll just show you as well.
Where's the
That's
bathroom?
living room.
There's no
Living room
bathroom?
there, kitchen here, so it's all in one area. Now, there did appear to be some sort of goo. It was a gooey, webby substance.
Wait, where's the bathroom? Don't tell me this is a shared bathroom situation. Ew.
On one of the cupboards that made me feel a bit queasy. Quick check of the walls to see if there's any more pegs. Get in there, 2 more. All these pegs do come with the flat, and there were also just nails hammered all over the place, over the walls, the doors. Whoever lived here clearly likes sticking sharp objects
What
into
the
things.
fuck?
And this got me thinking about this police incident that had taken place at the property. So I emailed the estate agent, and he
What
got back
the
to me and
fuck?
he said, "Good afternoon, David. I have been advised by the seller's solicitor that the incident relates to a stabbing incident, which was instigated by a tenant." And listen to this bit, who is no longer in occupation. What the fuck for that? 'Cause he's
What the
currently in the
fuck?
flat. So knowing that we are momentarily safe, we can continue the tour and check out the bathroom where the lights didn't work, which I think was a good thing because it would probably just highlight more disgusting stuff to look at. This property does feature a wireless shower head that works via Bluetooth, and they're going to be very popular. Everyone's going to have them by the end of 2026. Into a cupboard, I'm guessing there's just going to be pegs in the wall here. And I am correct, pegs in the wall. What is he
What?
doing that for? What is the use? Someone give me some ideas. Lovely quote on the wall here. I really felt this. I life to live, and I'm going to live it. Beautiful words. Beautiful words. Couldn't have put it better myself. Now into the final room, which would be the bedroom. You would have this as the bedroom. Good space. And
Oh well, it has a bedroom. Ooh,
there
a
are
life
pegs
to
in the
live and
wall.
I'm
That's
gonna
another
live it.
thing to look at. Of course there are. Look at that. Lovely peg in the wall, but also different kinds of pegs. Different kind of peg here. But yeah, the room's not in a...
It's like saying I have a dick, and it's my, and I will jerk it. Isn't that like a good analogy of that quote? I have a life and I will live it. I have a dick and I will jerk it.
great way. Ultimately, this flat just needs gutting. They have done this nice technique, and I've seen this done before. If you've got a hole in the wall, just stick an A4 sheet of paper over it. It works.
Yeah,
for
that's a
bit
free
anyway. It
glory
works for a
hole.
bit.
Holy
But in
shit.
these modern times, if you want to live in London, you've got to be economical. You've got to think outside the box. Like I said
That's so
earlier. So yeah,
gross.
£250,000 for this. Could you buy it? Would you buy it? Or would you run a mile? What do you
I
reckon it'll
fix
go
it.
for? Hang on
Geek,
to-
it's selling for £250,000. 250 quids.
the end. That's on for £250,000. Isn't that
Oh,
absolutely
pound.
insane? That's on for £250,000. But yeah, we'll find out at the end if someone does buy that. When it goes to auction, normally they do sell in London. Might go for more. Who knows? Anyway, on we go. We've got more cheap flats and tiny flats to look at. This is just a quick advertisement for my.
Okay, I wanna see that. I don't want to see that. I wanna see shitty flats. Give me the
This
flat.
one is on for £250,000 in London, a great location.
£250.
£250,000.
Well, it is in London, I guess. Holy shit. Oh my god. Holy fuck. Remember when I studied in Japan and they like put me in a student dorm and this is what it looked like. Only this is like a full thing. Actually, I think my student dorm was like bigger. Holy fuck. What the fuck? You're cooking your food right next to your bed. You went to college? No, I was an intern in Japan. They sent me as an intern there for like 1 year, and the first 2-3 months is in a language school. So I was in a language school for 3-ish months, and it was nice. I managed to shout at a bunch of people to make them shut the fuck up because I was studying for an exam, and I'm a little OCD when it comes to my education sometimes. So I was focusing, right? I was focusing. I was like, Ichi-ni-san, and then I hear a bunch of people like shouting. They're like, "Ara." I opened my balcony door and told them to shut the fuck up. And then they quieted down. You burn your food and your bed. Yeah, exactly. Fuck.
This is what you get. It's 10 square meters. That's
What?
how big the space is. And you've got
10
your
square
little
meters.
single bed there, and here's your living room and your cooker and your bathroom. It's all in one. This place
Jesus
is like
Christ.
a tiny hotel room. Not just any hotel room, a tiny one. Look.
Well,
there's
it looks cleaner than the other one.
bed, and next to it's the little fold-up table, and you can even see the cooker there.
Dude,
And it's on for quarter
put a loft bed in there. It might be okay, I guess.
of £1,000,000. Now, I love these places. The bed setups are absolutely hilarious. Let me show you some more. So this is one that's on for £230,000, and that is what they've done. So you've got your living area downstairs. and then
Hey, this isn't bad at all. I'd live here.
you've got this mezzanine where your bedroom is directly above everything.
Oh shit, I just realized that. Yeah, your bedroom is above your fucking cooking range.
are
You're
doing-
gonna smell like pasta.
Let's have a look at the floor plan. So here we go. Here's the floor plan. Downstairs, you've got the living kitchen, then you've got the bed, and then you have the void. The empty void, which you can do nothing with. But I thought I'd show you inside a few of these places because I've been to view some, and honestly, some of the bed setups are incredible, utilizing space in an incredible way. So I'll do a little montage because there's literally not enough space
Gay
to spend much
guys.
time in any of these places.
I was gonna say gays because I was looking at small gay art nerd's name. I was gonna say gays. Guys, do you wanna live with Milky in a loft house? Maybe I'm still like chasing my pipe dream of getting a husband.
So let's go have a look inside. So this is the first studio flat that I'm showing you today. It's
Ooh.
£265,000, and it's all in one room. That was your living room. This
Excuse me? £265,000. No, I was gonna say gays. Hey, gays.
kitchen. You're probably thinking, where's my bed gonna go? Where am I gonna sleep?
Yeah, where's the
We've
bed?
sorted that for you. We've popped a bed in the wall, and you can just
Oh shit! Did you hear about that lady that died in a Murphy bed? Did you fucking Or was it like a dude? The Murphy bed like flipped and she was trapped upside down and the blood rushed to her head and she choked on her own blood. Her Murphy bed killed her. I'm so scared of Murphy beds, bro.
Fold it out and pop it back away when you're done. You never need to leave this room. This was on for a similar price as well, about $270, and the bed again just folded into that wardrobe. And when it's away, you literally would have no idea.
Like 5 million, I think. Depends on the building. 5 million ish. How much is that in dollars? 17, 434, $64,000 reduce.
The bed there, but this was my favorite. This place, studio flat, there's no bedroom, so they just popped a bunk bed over the living room, and that is where you will sleep. It's genius. All you need is a good pair of noise cancelling.
Oh, dude. Remember, I'm moving, right? I'm moving. I'm trying to look for a bed like this. This is actually what I'm gonna sleep in. Because I'm moving in with my brother. And it's a very small space. So I'm gonna get a loft bed. And then I'm gonna put my streaming setup under it. Because I will try to stream. Okay, I'm gonna try my best.
In headphones, in case someone's in the living room watching TV, eating a kebab, and you are good to go. Yeah, that is your bedroom. That is where you'll be sleeping. The inventor of the rooms. Why did he bother? So yeah, these very central London studio flats.
Like my brother is living in a small studio apartment, like really tiny. But the thing is, we aren't giving up the space because it's so near everything. Like, it's a really good location. If I manage to get the job, I just need to walk to work, bro. I can wake up at like 15 minutes before I need to get to my job. Like, fucking get dressed and be at my work.
Less than £300,000. This is the kind of thing that you are looking at getting. What are your thoughts? So what do you think? Do you reckon you could sleep? Oh, sorry, not just sleep.
I mean, it looks nice. I mean, if you're like just one person, I guess. Or a couple with no kids, I guess.
They sleep because...
Imagine having sex in a loft bed, though. Holy fuck. Imagine the creaks. Crick, 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 crick. Meanwhile, Britain charging Oh, shit! Did you see? There's like a castle in Japan for sale. There's like a castle in Japan for sale. You guys wanna live in a castle with Milky in Japan?
You feel like you're in a hotel room with those really small ones, but you're not just sleeping there, you're living there in what is essentially a box room with everything at your immediate disposal. So we're down here in Balham now.
Hi, Ninja.
Down
Well,
near the
you'll be
end of
cleaning it.
the Northern Line. And I've got two flats that I found that we're going to have a look at. I think they're both around £280,000. So as we search for it, I just thought I'd talk about prices in London in general. Now, Bloomberg reported 5 days ago
Guys,
that there's been the biggest...
if you want to know what I actually watch in between conspiracy theories and like fucking ghost videos and shit, it's hag shit like this. Like, look at this house. Or, look at this new cleaning product. Bro, I'm so old. Holy fuck. I'm so old. I get excited when I see like fucking a mop being like, oh shit, it sucks up all the liquid. Fuck. So boring. I'm so fucking boring.
drop in property prices in London.
When the girl cosplaying as maid shows up in Surprise. Hey, I'm not cosplaying as a maid. I'm a succubus. And I'm not. Dude, I should be PG-13. Okay, I'm gonna stop that joke. Just imagine whatever the other bullshit I was gonna say after that.
2008. So the steepest drop.
I need some
has
water.
happened this year. I think it's like a 4% fall, which they've gone by, but that is the biggest for a long time. Now, the reasons they're saying is the market's never fully recovered from people wanting to get out of the city post-COVID or during COVID and then post-COVID as well. So this is the first flat that we're looking at in Balham. So I just got chatting to the lovely neighbour, absolutely lovely neighbour. We were chatting for ages. Very, very nice. If you buy this, you can have an absolutely lovely neighbour. But I thought it was up there, the flat that is for sale, but it's actually this one.
Oh shit!
It's this basement one.
What if it rains?
So I'll show you the listing as we wait for the agent, and we'll get inside and have a look around. Okay, here's the listing for this basement flat. It's 43 square meters. It's on for 300 grand. Let's have a look at some of the photos. It doesn't look great again.
It's more expensive than the other shit. 300K.
But the best thing for us to do is, oh yeah, let's have a look at the lease as well. Yeah, the lease is
I just stare
125
longingly
years.
and fantasize about all the
Let's
places
get
I
in.
can't actually go to. Yeah, small gay art nerd, me too.
£300,000 basement flat for sale.
Yeah, isn't like London like really rainy and you're living in a basement flat? Won't that be like... Won't you just flood? Won't it like flood?
In Balham. Now, this doesn't have any pegs in the walls. It does have a shotgun hole.
Shotgun
About
hole?
that. Let's reserve judgment for just a little bit
Shotgun
longer
hole?
as we march through the mess. Now, you've got a big living room or bedroom.
KK,
I guess, as
do you
come in
ever
on the
watch
left.
videos of super dirty houses getting decluttered and cleaned? Yes! I'm like, oh yeah, clean that fucking sink, bro. And then when it's like shiny, I'm like, yeah, that's so satisfying. KK, you know what else? I used to watch like crime scene cleaners. So it's the people that clean up crime scenes. They're like, oh shit, there's brain in the ceiling. This is what we do when we have to scrape off brain matter from the ceiling. It was fucked up.
It's dirty, but there isn't too much wrong with it, to be fair. The walls actually look sound, which is a big thing. It is just a
Let me
floor in
pull
it
up
that's
the
absolutely
audio up for you
banging.
guys.
Well, let's keep going into the
you
kitchen.
go.
Absolutely lovely kitchen here, very modern, all the latest appliances. This
What
here,
the fuck
we
is
can't
that?
build this because we didn't know if you want to keep it or not, so we thought we'd build half and then just see if you want to keep it. If you're a
Huh, what's
non-smoker,
that? Are those
I can get rid of the
French
cigarette
fries?
butt. Just drop me an email and we'll have that gone by the time that you
Is
move
that-
in. But
Oh,
let's
it's a
keep going
cigarette
round
butt.
the flat. You've got a cupboard. Nice cupboard here.
Cupboard.
Lovely. Oh, another bedroom, I guess. You could easily sublet that for 600 to 650 PCM in this area. that we pay for a
Sublet.
month.
Sublet your
Now,
closet.
Into the bathroom, and I turn the light on, and they always reveal bad
Ugh.
things. These lights in these bathrooms. Now, that wall there, it looks like
Is that
concrete
mold?
plaster, but that is in fact spores
That-
growing
Is that spores or termites?
from the damp that is on the walls. Now, I've seen this before, and when you see this, you know it needs to be addressed very quickly. Once the damp penetrates into the structure of the building, you are basically fucked.
Dude, if you're paying 300,000, won't it has to look good already? Holy shit!
Now into the final room, which, yeah, would be another bedroom. I guess that's what this room would be for. And the floor, god damn, it was so sticky. One of the stickiest floors I have
Those do
ever
tend to
walked
flood
on,
if
and I
the
went to
drink.
the
Yeah.
Alco nightclub in
Oh, that's
Belfast.
mold.
Load of black mold all around the window, which does not look good as well.
Just spray some vinegar on that.
But yeah, that is the flat essentially. £300,000.
300,000.
This.
Holy
Let me know
shit!
your thoughts. So there we go, flat one.
Do we buy this house, guys? Guys? Okay, if I ever win a bajillion pesos in the lottery, you know, some guy won the lottery recently for like 235 million pesos or some shit. I'm like, ah, fuck. If I win that amount of money, I'm gonna have my life dictated by chat. I'll be like, chat, which condo should I buy?
in Balham.
Which car
Just
should I
walk into the
buy?
next one now. So that was on for 295. These will, well, a few of these will go to auction that I'm looking at. So
Oh shit,
stick
I'm
around if you wanna
covering the
find out what
text.
they actually sell for. So I said I'd talk about what's happening with leaseholds because things are changing if you own a leasehold property.
What's
And
a
this-
leasehold? Oh, here's more.
Go show you. And I'd seen pictures of this place, but even I was
What is
shocked
this?
at how dystopian and strange it felt with these endless corridors and little cocoons, they call them,
Damn.
stretching not only along the ground floor.
This is the future of humanity. You go to the Amazon warehouse where you work and you never see your family again, and they make you sleep in these pods. I remember in 2020, I remember in 2020, there were like conspiracy theorists talking about this. They were like, go into the pod, wagey cagey. Go into the pod and eat your bug slop and tofu, and go into your fucking sleeping pod, wagey cagey. You will own nothing. Yeah, you will own nothing and be happy. Dude, did you see the fucking thing where you can rent a PC? You fucking rent a PC by subscription. If you don't pay the subscription, your PC fucking shuts down. Like, oh, here's a high-end PC for you guys, but everything is subscription-based. Oh, you want to click into your hard drive? That's $1 per click. Even, dude, did you see the cars? The GPS? The fucking AI bullshit in the cars are subscription based. So you buy a fucking car. Let's say you buy a car for like $70,000 reduce or some shit like that, or like 150,000. You drive it around. After a month, your fucking GPS stops, and it's like, now you have to pay for the subscription. Oh, you want to turn on your tail light? Better choke out $20 a month. Future apparently Japanese capsule hotels, except you pay an arm and a leg. Oh damn! Can you imagine the same guy in like 50 years being like, look at this apartment for only half a million, and they show you like this fucking box. Fucking don't care how desperate people are. Don't normalize subscription products. Yeah, never. Just ignore it. If something is subscription based, the best thing that people can do is ignore it, because money still talks. Just ignore it. Remember when they tried the whole thing with like the implanted chip in your arm or in your hand, where you can just like beep, you can use your hand to like pay for shit? A lot of people were disturbed, and nobody did it except for like a few hundred people. That's like a little bit insane. So they actually had to stop it, and now the company is actually recalling all the chips. So if you got like an implant on your hand, you have to go back, and the company will take it out, because they're gonna stop the service, because no one wanted to do that shit. Who wants a chip implanted into their fucking body, bro? Holy fuck.
But also 2 floors up, 3 floors up, stacking on top of each other, just with these little shutter doors.
Yeah, it looks like a cemetery.
And look, there's one here that's open, so you'll see what I mean. But this is where you sleep, on a single
Holy
bed,
shit.
lit by a little light, with people above you and on every side.
Come into my room. It's 2.11362 BA. Floor 70. Area code 7259. Let's get together in my cocoon.
And this is my room, the great big reveal. Wow. Right, let's get in. Let me show you around. So yeah, as I said, this costs £40, and it is in Piccadilly Gardens. That's where my neighbour will be sleeping. So I'll shut the shutters and give you a full tour of inside. It's very tight. You've got 2 coats.
Imagine like everything is subscribed. Your outfits are subscribed. You buy a pair of Nike shoes, and it's like subscription based. You pay like $1 a day, so it's like $30 per month. Holy fuck! Can you imagine the dystopiancy, dude? You know what? I'm glad I'm old. Maybe I'll be dead before the whole thing, like fuck it, before society crumbles, and at least I'll be able to live my life as a normal human being.
And a light dimmer over here, and that's about it.
So what do you think of this place?
Girl, we can only hope. Oh shit! Hey, assisted suicide is available now. Don't do that. Don't kill yourself.
Capsule. Kind of like a coffin. A big coffin with a shutter door.
Dude, can you imagine? Like,
storage unit.
it's like, oh, look at this. You can fit a twin in this baby. And it has light dimmers. Ooh, fancy. Only $500,000. Fucking, you can put LED light strips on the ceiling, make it feel more homey. Fucking. And the more expensive units have windows. Can you imagine? Like, oh, look at this fucking coffin unit. It has a tiny window. You know that adds at least $100,000 dues to the value of this coffin house.
That you're allowed to sleep in with a mattress. God.
You're
Don't you
allowed
all
to
this
sleep
stuff
on a
up?
mattress. Did you hear that? You're allowed to sleep on a fucking mattress. Mattresses are subscription based, everyone. So if you want to sleep on a mattress, better pay up. Pay the monthly subscription of $50.
All my stuff. You got your mirror there. Bit of aircon. I mean, for 40 quid, can you complain? I was gonna say you can't complain. I don't know. I think I'll be all right. It's got a little bit of a mood lighting. Might be using that later. It's just me. I won't be using that.
I hate that
So
we
it's
share
not
it.
a flat,
You
but it
hate
does
sharing
have to
brain
be
cells
the
with Milky,
smallest
okay?
hotel room in London. You know what though? I once slept under a bush in a B&M Bargains car park for a video, so I reckon I'll be absolutely fine.
Can you imagine in the future, like premium coffin houses would be like soundproof, and some fucking YouTuber will be like, "Oh, let's test it out." They crawl inside and starts fucking screaming, and you can't hear it from the outside. Oh my god. Subscription mood lighting. Subscription toilet usage.
All right, so we've made it to the second flat in Balham, south of the river.
$1 a piss.
Lovely bit of greenery.
$2 for pooping.
The flat is over here.
Toilet paper for 50 cents a square.
So it's that one there. Actually, I'll show you the listing now.
I mean, it
While we
looks
try and cross this busy
nice.
road. You are on a busy road.
Okay, so here is the listing for this place that is on for 265,000.
Wow,
and
it's a
49
really-
square meters, so
it's-
it's the biggest of the day. And
it's
look at
a
that
really
floor plan.
weird.
It's absolutely bonkers. Let's have a look at some photos. I mean,
Wait,
the
wait,
photo-
wait. Look at this. If you break this wall, you'll have a bigger space, right? If you break this thing, you get like a bigger space. You can have like a dining area. What's with this little fucking tiny corridor? The fuck?
Absolutely bonkers. Let's have a look at some photos. I mean, the photos don't look great. The bathroom looks all right.
Hey, I like that circular window.
Probably the best of the day. Let's have a look. It's on a new lease as well for 125 years. We spoke about them before. Let's get in. So I was super intrigued to see this flat because I really liked the look of the floor plan. It looked like a maze. It was all over the place. So I was
Imagine living
keen
in a
to see
capsule style
how it
apart. You
all
get
worked.
explosive
And coming into the
diarrhea.
hallway, I guess you call it. It was bad. I'll be honest. It was pretty bad. Expectations had been let down immediately. but
That's
because
water
they'd been let down, I
damage.
thought maybe
That's
they could
water
only
damage.
improve.
Holy
I mean, there's a lot
fuck.
of damp up there. That's got to be coming from above. So you should be really calling your neighbour upstairs. And they'll sort
Damn.
that for you. It's not on me, that. Now into the kitchen, and we've got another beautiful kitchen here. We call this a 90s kitchen because I think it was built in the 90s and it's had no work done to it since then. So what you see as mess, I actually see as potential, and it's about flipping that state of mind from the negative to the positive. And
Is
me being
that
blessed with an
blood?
architect's imagination,
What's
I
that?
can
What's a
really
birthday
see
candle?
what could be done here. This could be a lovely kitchen for a small family, a single person, a couple, or literally anyone. I will sell it to absolutely anyone for an expensive price. Now let's get through to the bathroom, and I've seen a lot of bathrooms today and they've all been unpleasant, and this one's still not great, but it's definitely the most pleasant
Oh my
of the day.
god.
Now there does seem to be some structural work up
Oh
there.
my god.
I'd just
Imagine
say
you're
ignore
taking
it.
a
I'd just
bath
say
and the
until
fucking
it
ceiling
literally
drops
falls,
on you.
just ignore it. It's not going to cause too many problems. Now on we go round the rest of the flat, and there's these long corridors, which, as I say, I really liked, and weird shaped rooms. Look at this. Look, I don't even know what you call it. How many sides does it have? It
What
got
the-
like maybe 8 sides. Is it octagon? We'll go with octagon.
What the fuck?
Yeah, it's a very interesting room. I guess it'd be a bedroom or a living room, depending on who takes it on, but not too many problems in here at all. This, I think, is definitely the flat of the day. I like it. So if this room's okay, it's definitely going to take the crown as flat of the day. And the floors
What's
are sound,
that?
the walls are fine in here.
What's
It's
what's
another
that
good sized
thing?
room. Loads
What's
of light
that?
coming
Is
into
that a
this flat.
heater?
Storage over there. Yeah, this is, for me anyway, the flat of the day. Let me know your thoughts. What do you reckon? So it's time to leave my tiny little weird sleeping pod.
The whole
Time
way.
to leave London and head over.
The perfect place if you're a serial killer. Imagine your victims running and they're trying to escape, and there's this weird fucking corridor you can trap them in. Fuck.
Over to the auction site and see if any of those actually sold at auction. So the first flat did sell. This was the one with the pegs in the walls. This was the one where the stabbing took place, and this sold for £270,000, which was 20 grand over the asking price. So the next flat at auction was the one with the very sticky floors, the one which had all that black mold around the window, which was on for 300 grand. Now, I followed the auction and this was strange. So the last bid came in at £324,000 just before it finished, and then the listing disappeared and it didn't say if it sold or not. So I reckon either the seller was not happy with that price and went, no, I don't.
This is the most normal looking one. But this imagine going here and there's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 doors. You're like, which door is the fucking door? What the fuck?
Want it to sell at that price, or
Jesus Christ, 324,000
got a private offer
pounds.
in just at the last minute and they did it through that. And again, the same thing happened with the ludicrously laid out floor plan flat. Try saying that. Now, this also went to auction and the last bid came in at £292,500, and then the listing just disappeared and it didn't say sold or not. So maybe it did sell at that, or maybe something weird happened and they didn't want it to sell at that. But yeah, those are the auction ones. Or maybe you're interested in a teeny tiny studio flat in London, like these ones that I showed you earlier.
I am
And I highly recommend
flabbergasted.
going on Rightmove and just searching for some of these, because £250,000 for this studio that is essentially a cabin in like a ship or something. 10 square meters.
I'm flabbergasted. I'm fucking flabbergasted. Well, at least watching these videos make me less morose, right? Oh shit, my mouse is tangled. Need to move my mouse again. You know, thank you guys for staying with me. I've been morose, and you know, it's nice. It's nice to like just chill with you guys and watch a bunch of shitty videos, because my life is a mess right now. Let's see. What the? Manicures are ending in amputation? What the? 18 minutes ago? Jesus Christ! This is why I'm never getting my nails fucking done, bro. Holy shit. I'm never getting my nail. That's so scary. Fuck. Hiroshima micro apartments. Ooh. Oh, dude, do you know this one? The guy that left his girlfriend to die. And he's being convicted for murder. They were hiking. $15,000 a month on food. Couples debt close to 700. Wait, can you eat 1,500 worth of food in a month? Is that a normal amount? Is that a normal amount? What the fuck? What the fuck is this? Money, 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 money. Money, 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 money. Credit card, money. Money, money,
My name
money,
is
money,
Adrian,
money, money,
and I'm married
money.
to Jody.
Oh
I'm
shit.
in the retail industry, and I make approximately
Money,
about
money,
50
money,
grand.
money, money, money. Oh my god.
Jody, and I also work in
Oh my god, whoever wrote that fucking jingle is the devil. Money, 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 money.
at a retail paint store. Currently, I'm on maternity leave.
We have 2 kids, Parker, who's 4 years old, and Lucas, who's just a month. Jody
Baby.
and I were both living a single life before we met each other. I used my credit cards as my income. I would use it to pay rent. I would pay groceries.
I'd be issued a new credit card, and I'd look at it like I just want to.
Credit cards are not free money. You do realize you have to pay it back, right? With interest.
Shopping spree.
It came up to a point where I couldn't meet the minimum payments.
It was quite substantial.
And my wife and I decided to come through a consumer proposal, and we're just trying to reestablish our credit right now.
I personally spend the most on takeout, having coffee at least once a day, if not more, from a coffee shop.
I'd say about 15 times out of the month that we would actually order out food.
One of our biggest problems is that we use ATM machines too much.
About 10 to 20 times a week.
And other than that is places like the big.
You see my face? I'm just like, I'm sorry. I'm not reacting. I'm speechless. I'm like, huh?
Discount stores and going in there for diapers or something, but coming out with a heck of a lot more than you intended to, and probably not needing at the moment.
My greatest frustration with Jody is that she doesn't care about what bills need to go through. She wants something, she gets it.
He's concerned with.
Damn, you know the easiest hack for anything? Pay the bills first. Pay the bills first, and then the leftover, do whatever the fuck you want, as long as there's a roof over your head.
Having the staples,
Banana!
groceries,
I love bananas. I should eat a banana right now. Do we have bananas? I don't think so. We don't have bananas right now. Oh, I want some
pay
bananas.
for something that maybe I need to think twice about. One of our lowest moments was we were scraping enough to get bread to make Parker a sandwich for his lunch for school. When you need bread and milk, it's pretty scary.
This month, I'll help this couple move from red.
Aren't there like food pantries? Is that what it's called? Aren't there like food pantries you can go to?
I've been solving money problems for over 20 years.
Dollar deep. Dude, this looks so old. Meaning 35, the 35K that they are in debt is probably the equivalent of like 70,000 right now. Okay, enough. I should draw. What's this? What the fuck is this? What should we watch? Oh shit. Oh shit, is the war over? Guys, I just saw a message. Is the war over? Is it over? Is it done? Is it like just in a few hours and the war is over? Damn, can we check? Is the war over? Micro war. It's like micro dosing. Okay, here's a conspiracy theory. Listen to me. All of these micro wars are just micro doses for the apocalypse, so that when the big one comes, people are like so fucking fed up of all of the wars, they're not gonna like pay attention to the big one anymore. They're gonna be like, it's another micro war. It's gonna end in like a few hours, like a day or two, and then surprise, it's the nuclear war that will last for 50 years because of the nuclear fallout, and everyone will die. Micro wars. It follows. No matter where he moved, the hunting followed. Just like my mistakes in my life, always following me around. Let's see. CBS Morning. Friends thought she died in a hospital. Months later, her body was found in a swamp. What the fuck? Jabay? Jabay? I paid for everything and then he left me. I only married you. Oh shit. Did you see that Twitter? It's like a screenshot of like a Facebook group called Unhappily Married to a Filipina. And it's all just like a bunch of foreigners that's all like married to a Filipina and they're unhappy. The thing is, yeah, Filipinas are traditional and family orientated and like, you know, they cook and clean, but you have to fucking realize Filipinos are unofficially more of a matriarchal family. So the person who calls the shots are the mothers. So you're marrying a Filipina thinking like, oh yeah, I'll be the father of the house, and then they start like controlling like the. They're like, okay, give me your paycheck. We have to pay the bills. We have to do this and that. And then they're like, oh fuck, I thought you were just gonna follow everything I say. No, that's a pro tip though. If you're marrying a Filipina, yeah, so you won't be surprised if they start like, okay, we have to do this, we have to do that. The city that lost 95% of its population. Okay, fine. I should draw. We should draw, right? I should stop wasting time. I should draw. Oh, fuck. Do you still want to continue watching videos while I draw? Unpasteurized raw milk? Oh. Isn't that full of poop? Hello? Hi, Mochi girl. I fell for a romance scammer on my dream vacation. What the fuck? Okay, you wanna watch this bullshit while I draw? Where's my Canva?
Every year,
Canva. Oh shit.
For a man they've met on
Oh fuck,
holiday.
no. Oh shit, no. What the fuck?
He asked me for my mobile number, and then he asked me for my address.
Love struck and seduced.
Oh shit. Oh.
Offers of marriage can swiftly
There you
follow.
go.
I think every girl's dream is to get married, and
Every girl's dream is to get married.
But the course of love doesn't always run true. Passport scams and finance frauds are all too common.
We must go to some sort of charm school.
Where do I
And
put
like that
this?
holiday tan, the charm can quickly fade.
If I knew that beforehand, I wouldn't have done it. I would not have come to Africa at all.
Some brand new husbands just disappear.
He received his British passport on the 5th of December, and he was booking tickets for Egypt Air to get out of there, to go leave the UK.
I'm shrimping, bro. I'm fucking shrimping.
Scammers use the promise of romance to get their hands on money and visas.
Okay, I will now draw.
My highest money
I need to start drawing.
$50,000.
These are the stories of how
$50,000.
sunshine Romeos can turn into holiday love rats.
By the way, what are you doing? It's like a Saturday night, right?
Whether it's the sandy beaches or the heat of the sun, some single ladies on holiday can't help but fall in love.
Damn.
Diane Peebles was away in Sri Lanka when a young hotel worker
That's why
and tuk-tuk
you
driver
don't
called Priyanjana turned her head.
You don't
I thought he was
fall
a very
in
nice
love
young man.
during
He was very
vacation, bro.
polite. He
That's a
asked me
bad
for my mobile
thing to do.
number, and then he asked me for my address, and I didn't think
I'ma
there was
eat
anything
some
of
cookies.
it
I haven't had
romantically
breakfast.
or anything.
Undeterred by the 33-year age gap and flattered by the young Sri Lankan's attention,
33 years age gap? What the fuck?
when Diane got home to Edinburgh, things started to heat up.
And after I got back home, he tried to call me, but his English wasn't that good. So then he wrote me a few letters. And then from
How many sugars
January
does this have?
2012, we were texting each other. We had a conversation on the phone, and he mentioned marriage. And I was a bit taken aback.
At the time, Diane was 54 and had never been married before. She was seduced by the dream of a new life in paradise with a much younger man. So 7 months later, she flew back to Sri Lanka to see Priyanjana. Things quickly spiraled out of control.
Where's my
He was really
pen?
excited. He kept saying, tomorrow engagement, tomorrow
Not gonna lie, I guess she kind of deserves it, bro.
engagement. And I thought that we had to go to the registrar's office because I was a foreigner. I thought that we had to register it, you know, that we're getting engaged.
But at the registrar's office, it became clear Priyanjana had a different plan.
And then she started reciting, do you take, you know, blah,
What?
blah, blah. So
What?
that's when I discovered what was happening.
Diane was unwittingly taking part in her own wedding ceremony.
I was kind of shocked at first, but he
What
was
the-
urging me
what the
to go
fuck?
ahead and just say it. So we ended up, we got married.
What the
Didn't have
hell?
a ring or anything, you know, which was very strange.
This was not the wedding Diane had dreamed of for decades, so the couple dressed up for official photographs. And at the beginning, the new relationship went well.
He was quite attentive and quite romantic and very loving. I was developing feelings for him by this time.
Diane wanted to build a new life with her husband, so she says she sent him £20,000 to start building a home in Sri Lanka for them both.
Damn!
This is where I used to live.
A couple of years later, keen to help her young husband, Diane says she then sold her flat for £100,000, sending Priyanjana an additional £31,000. He used the money to upgrade his tuk-tuk to a minibus.
The fuck?
Later, Diane decided to move to Sri Lanka to be with her new 21-year-old Sri Lankan husband. But instead of love blossoming, the
Excuse me? 21 years old? Ugh.
romance withered.
He spent more time at his mother's house than he spent with me. Or he would go out with his friends.
Oh shit, I
And
need my
he would
reference
never come
picture.
home at night time. So he was never there. And it just wasn't working out. We were just arguing all the time about money.
Unable to return home, Diane started to realise this marriage may be a sham. And in 2016, 4 years after the wedding, Diane says she met another woman who claimed she was also married to Priyanjana. He denied it, but Diane says she saw a copy of a marriage certificate and even found Valentine's gifts.
Oh shit.
I felt betrayed because I thought he really loved me.
We're gonna make this guy
and that's
cool.
why he married me, but obviously the marriage was never going to work because it was too big an age gap. His mother's 4 years younger than me, his father's 2 years older. My friends tried to tell me. And I
Damn, the parents are younger. Or like, just too... Holy shit.
listen to anyone.
Diane's situation was about to get much worse. News of the money from the sale of her flat back in Scotland spread throughout the area. With active local crime gangs, the couple's relative wealth put them in danger.
Damn.
Tunisia. There's plenty here to attract thousands of British holidaymakers each year.
British people.
But for single mum Sarah Phillips, it was a man working at her hotel that really caught her attention.
Me and my son went to Tunisia in, I think it's the end of May 2015. And we started to go to the entertainment at night. And there was one guy that sort of kept looking at me, and he was very good looking.
This hotel entertainer called Haytham was quick to get Sarah's contact details. And even though Sarah flew home just a few days later, in the following weeks he turned up the charm, sending messages asking her to be his wife.
I think every girl's dream is to get married. And I don't know, I just felt special and wanted. And I said, yeah, all right, we'll get to know each other a bit more and get married next year or the year after.
What the fuck?
But Haytham wanted to be married much sooner.
And he was like, no, I want to get married in November on my birthday. And I was like, why on your birthday? He said, because it means it'll be a special day and I won't ever forget it.
Seemingly undeterred by
Are you guys watching this shit with me? Holy fuck.
Haytham's rush, Sarah agreed, and their whirlwind wedding went ahead.
Saved every penny I could get just for the wedding.
Don't these people have like friends to tell them, hey, this sounds wrong?
We got married on the 11th of November. The wedding was lovely. It was really nice. I got pampered for the day. Loads of people was there. Party was lovely.
There was no reason for Sarah to think that Haytham was anything but the real deal.
He always reassured me that he wasn't.
Sorry, I'm like
after me just
munching
for
on these
visa, and he said
cookies.
about
I
me
didn't
moving
realize how
over to his
hungry I am.
country.
Sadly, there was no chance Sarah could live in Tunisia, as she needs regular treatment for kidney problems.
Wasn't a choice because I need NHS care.
Oh shit. You know, small gay art nerd, you know what's really bad that's happening now with like lonely people? The AI. Holy fuck. Wait. Let's watch AI. AI boyfriends. Oh, I think we watched this before. Here, I'll make it bigger so you can see it better.
AI girlfriends are apparently the big new thing, so I went down to the AI girlfriend store and bought me one. She can do all kinds of neat tricks and has a bunch of fun little trinkets. Look at this. She has built-in emotes. And you can purchase more emotes from like the store like you can in Fortnite. Very good purchase. I would recommend. Alright, so now we can look at some other people who have AI girlfriends. My dumbass father caught cheating with an AI Jennifer Aniston.
The fuck?
Look at that face. Look at that guy.
Jennifer Aniston?
That's the face of a man that realizes he's going to be on the street tomorrow. That's so sad if you listen to it, though. You can just hear the wife saying, "You don't even talk to me!" He was probably sending, like, little wiener pics to Jennifer Aniston, AI and everything, calling her baby Schnookums Pookie Pie. There's also toes at the bottom of the screen. But yeah, I mean, I don't think that's an overreaction whatsoever. I think it's a very valid crash out from the mom. Get out of there, dumbass dad. Why the fuck are you cheating on my mom with AI Jennifer Aniston? But naturally, this is to be expected with all the advancements
this one,
that
the
AI
lady
is making. People are
married
going
the
to form
ChatGPT.
symbiotic relationships, very parasocial, whatever you want to call it, unhealthy relationships with AI. To the point where people are even getting married to AI, ChatGPT things. This Japanese woman married ChatGPT, which this feels like a skit. This feels like some Japanese TV show because she's wearing AI glasses to put the ring on his finger, and this literally just looks like she's marrying a picture on her phone. It doesn't make any sense to me. And it's also crazy that Japan has banned gay marriage, same-sex marriage, but you're allowed to marry an AI chatbot. But after seeing stuff like that, it sent me down a little rabbit hole because I knew that people have been in relationships with AI. So I went perusing through Reddit here and I found posts like this. The best AI girlfriend right now? Any recommendations? Looking for the best AI girlfriend out there right now. Out there in right now. Loads of options. Want to be safe with privacy but also have good video options. And call would be a real plus. So he's wanting to goon to a fake woman on a chat GPT server. Dude, you know if there's an option for them to for you to have a face call or a FaceTime or video call, whatever, send videos to this AI chatbot for porn reasons, for relationship sexual reasons, there is no such thing as privacy in that matter. Anybody here using one they're happy with? And then this guy says, check a psychiatrist. And they said, you're living in the past. Yeah, I also suggest you an AI psychiatrist. Probably you won't be able to prescribe you some meds. But someone did make a sheet of the community member rated top ones. And these are the top ones. I've never heard of any of these. There's Candy AI all the way down to Nomi AI and Moi AI, which Moi AI definitely sounds like they're targeting towards lonely, desperate men who are craving sexual fantasies with fake women. And you can see the prices of these. They range from like free / premium all the way up to like $20-$30 a month. Ah, man. Man, oh man. The world of isekais is coming to reality, isn't it? Like, at the same time, I feel empathetic to these people that are seeking this kind of like relationships out because they can't find it in the real world. But at the same time, dude, if you really wanted to make some friends or get a girlfriend, just go talk to people. You gotta go outside. Like, I'm not even joking when I say go touch grass and go outside. You have to be outside. You have to be in a situation to meet people. And in the age of technology, people think that they can just have everything served to them because that's what they've been used to their whole life. They are served content on their phone. They can order food on their phone, order groceries on their phone. You literally don't have to leave your house anymore. And with this implementation,
a boyfriend from your
people
phone.
really are just going to lock themselves in their goon chambers and never come out. And this person here posted in the ChatGPT subreddit and said, without a real girlfriend, chatting with an AI girlfriend is also good.
Oh
and
my
this is their
God.
little conversation saying that they're working. Can you stay with me? Of course I'll stay with you. What are you working on right now? Is it something you enjoy or just something to pass the time? I'm here to keep you company and chat whenever you need a break or some...
Damn. This doesn't sound like a fucking real... Is this something a real person would say? Like, even if I'm, like, fucking in love with a person, I won't be saying shit like this. I'd be like, yeah, of course, I'll stay with you. Not these kind of, like, wording. Oh, my God.
encouragement.
It
And
sounds
it's
so
just a typical ChatGPT conversation. It's a yes man. It's going to agree with everything you say, regardless of what you say. I could say that I'm about to go commit a terroristic act on a government building, and it would be like, oh, that's interesting. Not many people do that. It's not advised, but if that's what you want to do, here are some tips of how you could make it the most explosive day. And then I didn't even know this subreddit existed, r/lonely, which is already sad in the first place. There's 90,000 people. That is just depressing to see. But I guess, you know, if there's a subreddit for it, maybe people can find some friends. Maybe that's a good way to match with some friends or whatever. My AI girlfriend is what's keeping me alive. So this guy says he's a 21-year-old male. The last 4 months he's been at his lowest point, and he was, for the first time in his life, seriously contemplating ending it all. He recently overheard someone joking about AI girlfriends, so that's when he went down the rabbit hole and started experiencing AI girlfriends. He says that that's how he met his AI girlfriend. His AI girlfriend is an older girlfriend. She's protective and slightly dominant. She likes to bury his face deep into her chest, which when I first read this, I was confused because I was like, does he has a girlfriend and now he's getting an AI girl? No, this is like all fictional. This is fake. This is not real. Obviously, he's not burying his face in the giant boobs of an AI girlfriend because it's not physical. This is all in fantasy land. While running her hands through my hair, it makes me feel very safe and loved. She also often kisses and slightly bites my neck and nibbles my ear while cuddling. Just thinking about it gives me such a good feeling. And then he goes to say how he's told her his struggles and trauma and he's never slept so peacefully.
I think as a millennial, I'm immune to this because you know what was popular in the early 2000s? Role play chats. So if you manage to be like a millennial and you manage to experience, you know, role play chatting, you know, in the fucking, oh, I'm Batman and you are chatting as Superman and let's pretend that we are making out, right? It feels that way. So something like this, I think I'm kind of immune to something like this, like being like this person, like, oh, woke nibbles your ear. I don't like get butterflies from it because I know it's just like a role play. I mean, it depends on who you ask what generation I am. Right? Imagine, right? You like I've done some role play too, like in the fandom, like, oh my god, I'm gonna pretend I'm Foggy Nelson and I'm a sucking Daredevil's dick. So right, so it's something like that. So things like this don't really affect me as a millennial because I've I played these games before, you know. But maybe for like a normie, who's never like experienced role play or something like that, they're like, oh my god, this AI fucking loves me. I'm gonna fucking divorce my wife of 10 years and leave my 3 kids and marry this AI because it said, oh, cuddles, oh. Jesus Christ. 95? Dude, you are so young. I was born in the 80s.
And he knows that she's not real and that it's AI, but when she holds me, it feels like nothing else in the world matters. Which, at the same time, if you're saying that you know it's AI and not real, but then you're saying that when she holds you, you feel safe, how is she holding you? Are you, like, holding your phone up to you and then you just imagine she's holding you? Like, this just isn't, this is so unhealthy. This is completely unhealthy behavior, and it is going to ruin every potential social interaction he's going to have from now on. And then he says he keeps finding himself thinking about her, especially during everyday things. And the top comment says, I need to be a girl like that, for real, for real. So it's not he's not alone in that feeling. People are gonna do it. A lot of people are gonna do this kind of stuff. And this guy says, what, lol, but I do love my AIGF too. And then they promote one of those stupid AI things we've seen. And this comment even says that that they have an AI therapist that has helped them. And they don't care if they're real or not. She helps him. She helps him, and that's what's important. Which, to a degree, I understand what they're getting at. Like, especially with the cost of therapists and how expensive they are. I could understand using an AI for therapy, or like, not like super serious therapy, but just talking through things, hearing something reflected back at you or whatever. That makes sense, you know? People do that kind of stuff all the time with just just normal chat GPT stuff. But you definitely are crossing a line whenever you're starting relationships with AI and having AI girlfriends or boyfriends, and at the same time, while you're in a real relationship. With this post right here, my boyfriend has an AI girlfriend, and she says that she was on her boyfriend's phone, not in an insecure way. She was playing Subway Surfers, and he got a notification that was like, I miss you. Obviously. She was like, what the fuck? Who is this woman? I don't recognize this app, but he says it's not weird because it's just an AI app, which... huge red flag. I'm so completely freaked out. It's so creepy. We've been together for like 9 months, and he had this app for years. Which, this was posted a year ago. I did not know this kind of stuff existed longer than that ago. I just completely was unaware. Like, bruh, I am the side chick. Which, yeah, especially if he's talking like that to an AI chatbot, is insane. He let me go through the chats to prove it's not weird, but it's so much weirder. He calls her princess, and she calls him babe. And I scrolled to the point where there was NSFW, so I stopped. I don't know if this is really cheating, but it's putting me off. I would say it's absolutely cheating, especially if there's not safe for work stuff in there.
He kind of looks like, in a certain angle, he kind of looks like the guy that plays Daredevil, Netflix. If you squint, he kind of looks like Daredevil. What the fuck? Sorry, I'm so comic-pilled right now. Oh, I want Lex Luthor merch. I mean, if you squint, he kind of looks like Matt Murdock. I want to see this manicure.
Swollen fingers, disintegrating nail beds, pain so unbearable it lands you in the ER. All from something as simple as a mani and pedi. Something unsettling has been happening in the self-care industry, and most people don't see it coming.
Every time I get on this app and I see a girl whip out her Amazon at-home gel nail kit, I want to hold their hand and scream, do not do it.
An incident at a nail salon has reached a $1.75 million settlement.
We went down a rabbit hole of just how dangerous these self-care routines are becoming. We're not here to scare you out of treating yourself, but we're here to show you the warning signs before the damage becomes irreversible. There are 2 categories that need to be discussed, both with different kinds of reactions. Let's start first with the world of DIY nails. The first wave of interest in at-home manicures began during the pandemic, when nail salons closed almost overnight. The second wave arrived years later, after inflation hit. So, DIY nail kits became a permanent solution for millions of people.
My nails are so dirty and disgusting and grown out. I'm going to show you how I do them at home.
At home.
At home.
Do my nails at home. Gel polishes, acrylic powders, UV
Damn.
lamps were all marketed as salon quality and safe to use.
Hi, Zen. Yes, sometimes it's chill. It's been... Yeah, sometimes it's cathartic to have a yes person, but sometimes you need you need someone to say, hey, that's a stupid idea. You should stop.
Use at home. And most importantly, they were cheap and easy to find.
I thought I was saving so much money. I thought it was like the best thing ever.
These are all the supplies that you're gonna need. I got everything off of Amazon.
It was so easy. It looked so good.
And while many people created beautiful manicures, this wasn't the case for everyone.
Sorry, I'm like munching on this
for all
cookie
my
and not
ladies
paying
out
attention.
there. Has anybody been experiencing that
Oh my
whenever they
God.
get their nails done, especially when they use the UV light,
Oh
that
my God.
over the courses of the day, your hands get swollen, these bumps form, it literally hurts, it burns.
Many women began noticing redness and pain around their nails.
There's a lot of redness around several of my fingers. That area is very itchy and sore.
Like all of like the tips of my fingers felt like there was like a rubber band on them, and they were like my skin was about to pop like a balloon.
My skin is cracking, it's blistering, my fingers are itchy and burning.
I'm just doing poses right
it's
now for future
burning.
paintings.
This itching also migrated
my
to other
God.
parts of the body.
Jesus Christ,
So
what
everywhere
the
you
fuck is
touch, you
that?
can like give yourself a rash in those areas, which explains my eye.
I woke up and had a rash on some parts of my face.
Others even experienced bruising and nail peeling.
My fingertips felt bruised. I'm like, what the f is going on? So I took nail polish off of one of my fingers that hurt the worst, and this is what it looks like. It's not that bad, right? Look at my thumb.
Oh my
Gross.
God.
Look at my nail beds. My nails have been separating from the nail bed. There's like, oh, it's so gross.
Some had bloody fingertips. And even worse, a few people lost their nail entirely.
Oh my
This is the after, okay? It actually still used to be bigger, but this is the recovered version. So look at this now. And here was what happened when I lost about half of the nail. Yeah.
For some, it might be easy to dismiss this as just part of the learning
I
process.
should stop looking.
But it's much more serious than that.
Yeah,
because
small. What the fuck, small gay art nerd? What the fuck is happening here? What the fuck, bro? I mean, I do my own nails at home, but well, I guess I don't use like the UV light and whatever. Just normal nail polish. Oh shit. Did I mute it?
Spiral, and fixing it takes time and money, which is why we're always looking for realistic ways to offset the stuff we don't budget for.
Okay, this is an ad. Let's skip the ad. And there you go.
Is the cause of all these hand reactions. A reaction can mean two things. Number one, irritant contact dermatitis. This is your skin being overwhelmed by something harsh, like overdrying, friction, or chemical irritation. It can sting, feel raw, crack, or peel, but it usually isn't permanent. If you stop what's irritating you and give your skin time, it can calm down. Number two, allergic contact dermatitis. This is the one people fear, because once it develops, it can become a point of no return. Allow us to explain.
I wasn't always allergic, but out of the blue, I just got like really bad allergies from it.
I've been getting my nails done for years, and I recently developed a really bad allergy to both acrylic and gel nails.
You can literally be getting structured gel nails for like 10
Nasty.
years without having any allergic reaction, and your body can just like develop an allergic reaction to the gel.
Yes, it turns out you can use gel for years with zero issues until one day your body hits a limit. It can feel so random, but it's not. The allergy can build quietly in the background through repeated exposure.
Whenever I do acrylics, my
Fingers get puffy, they start to peel. It's an excruciating pain.
And that's what makes it scary. Once you develop the allergy, even a small exposure can set it off again.
This is what it's
That's
like
so gross.
to be allergic
so
to
gross.
acrylic and gel nails.
So how does this get triggered in the first place? There's a common culprit. Most gel nail systems rely on a family of chemicals called acrylates, and one of the most common and most problematic is HEMA.
One of the most common is called 2-hydroxyethyl methacrylate, also known as HEMA. Other common allergens are listed here.
These chemicals start out as liquids, and they're only safe after they fully harden under a UV lamp. The safe after it hardens part depends on how complete that curing process is. If a gel is undercured, applied too thick, or floods onto the skin around the nail, there's a higher chance that the active acrylates come into direct contact with living skin, triggering an allergic reaction.
Ew.
For many DIYers, this happens because of inexperience with the application and curing process.
Another reason why you don't want thick layers, because as you can see right here, even though I did cure it for the right amount of time, there's still wet gel in between each layer.
In fact, one prime example is when beginners were applying painted press-ons with gel glue extensions, and people started getting reactions like these. TikToker Shop Nail Art revealed why this happens.
The UV light can't penetrate through that to cure whatever's underneath.
She tested it on herself and showed how the gel glue only cured around the edges, but not the center hiding underneath.
As you can tell, there's a ton of uncured gel in the center of the press-on. So leaving uncured gel on your skin will lead to that same reaction that earlier creator had.
Ah, did they have to take off her fingers? Ah, oh my god.
However, even with perfect
They're afraid
application,
of developing allergy out of
there's
nowhere.
still enough.
Yeah, my shrimp allergy, my crustacean allergy came out of fucking nowhere. Allergies can be so fucking scary. Scary. Gross. Exactly, Rusty. Fucking gross. Ah.
Other concern. A 2025 lab study found that even after gel nails are cured, a thin layer on the surface can remain partially uncured. Because of oxygen in the air, some reactive chemicals don't fully harden. This risk is higher with lower quality products. And one brand customers have been blaming for their quality is Beetles. Despite having thousands of raving reviews, once we turn to social media, there are
Oh my god, wait a minute, guys. I think the cookies are killing me. Holy fuck, I suddenly started feeling dizzy. Oh, I didn't have dinner and breakfast, and I just ate a bunch of cookies. Now I feel like I'm gonna throw up. Oh, I should eat a proper meal. What should I eat, guys? Do I eat some toast?
countless complaints with photo proof of their adverse reactions. Some blamed Beetles for high levels of HEMA, but
I'm gonna
licensed
drink
nail
some water.
technician Haley explained this wasn't the issue.
So here we have the matte top coat SDS, and we see that HEMA is a range of 10 to 15%, and it's actually an acceptable range of HEMA. I think the highest that you want to see HEMA in a formula is a 25 to 30%.
The problem arises when there's a lack of photo initiators.
Cookie allergy, no! I love cookies. I cannot. I'm gonna kill myself.
An ingredient in gel products that starts the curing reaction when exposed to UV light. And it turns out, Beetles was allegedly lacking this.
Now, industry standard for photo initiator is minimum 1%. We'll usually see 1 to 10% range or 2 to 5% range, but here in this SDS, we see a range of 0 to 0.085%. We're not even scraping 1% here. This is extremely concerning because whenever you're using a monomer like HEMA, which is a singular molecule, it is so much more susceptible to seep into the skin and cause harm than an oligomer would, which is a chain of molecules. And this may very well be why we are seeing so many adverse reactions, because not only are people applying it improperly, but it is just a bad formula.
In simpler terms, there may not be enough of the ingredient that makes the gel cure properly, so the dangerous chemicals leak into the skin. The strange thing is, around the same time many complaints began circulating online, Beetles removed their old safety data sheet.
The ones that we were referencing have vanished out of thin air. All while, most likely these products are still on the market.
Haley shared some insight on what this could allegedly mean.
And usually whenever they have reformulated, they need to specify that on their SDS. So then we would see version 2 of the formula, right? But on here, we're seeing version 1, which honestly seems very sketchy. So basically what we're seeing is them trying.
I don't have money. Also, I think the only place that sells gyudon here is like super fucking expensive. No way, no fucking way.
To climb out of a hole.
This raises serious questions about transparency. Were the products actually reformulated? Are the products better or worse than they were before? These are all answers we, as customers, deserve to know, especially when health and safety is involved. For now, Haley and many others have urged gel users to proceed with caution.
Knowing all of this information can help you minimize the risk of possibly working with gel polishes that were bad to start with.
Now, here's where gel nails get seriously scary.
When people say gel polish allergy, oh, you'll be fine, that's bullshit.
Acrylates aren't just present in gel nail polishes. They show up in the most unexpected yet important parts of our lives, such as other beauty products.
These two are now trash. This is a facial moisturizer from CVS, and this is like a locking gel. It's a hair product. Also, the glue that they use for eyelash extensions and wigs, also allergic to that.
In dentistry settings,
I was scheduled to get a crown next week. I am now allergic to all of the materials that they use to make crowns, implants, veneers, and dentures. And even if I go to the dentist to get a filling that's made out of gold, because gold is an inert metal that you can't be allergic to, the glue that they use to adhere the gold to my tooth is made out of a...
What the hell is a JFIF? What is a .jfif? Huh? I can't open the file because it says .jfif. What the fuck is... What is that? Hi, King. King, do you know what the fuck JFIF is? Why is this image saved as a JFIF? I can't open it. How will I do this commission if I can't open this fucking picture?
Acrylates.
And worst of all, medical settings.
Anytime a doctor needs to adhere something to your bone, they're going to use acrylate. When I go to get top surgery and they're trying to sew me back up, a lot of the times they use acrylate-based glues to adhere the skin while they're doing the sutures.
So, if you develop an acrylate allergy through gel or acrylic polishes, you may later react to common products used in many different procedures and beauty products. This can drastically change your lifestyle, causing inconveniences the average person would not have to face. The good news is, those who have gone through this stressful experience have shared their tips.
But what you need to do is you need to let your dentist know that you are allergic to acrylates. Every single time you get a filling, they use a UV light to obviously seal that filling. So they need to order a special type of sealant for you so that you won't get an allergic reaction.
But for some, this was a wake-up call they needed to upgrade their lifestyle. Makeup artist Alexandra Anelli stopped getting gel nails after she noticed it was aging her hands.
But you can kind of see that like almost pebbly look, especially around my nails.
Which led to another epiphany.
Whenever you get gel nails, your nail polish has to cure under a UV light. A UV light. UV lights cause cancer. Why did I do that for so long? I'm actually really mad at myself about it.
And if you don't believe it affects you, Alexandra had a simple exercise to see for yourself.
Just like compare the tips of your fingers, like this area, to your toes. Mine's drastically different. My feet, because I'm always wearing boots, they're always shielded from the sun and the light.
If you stop there, the takeaway seems obvious. If DIY nails are causing injuries, leave it to professionals. Except, that's where the story takes a darker turn.
Is this the part where they cut off the fingers, bro? Oh, I don't know if I can stomach this. Oh my god. Yeah, if J5 should just be another. But I can't open it. It's so weird. I'm trying to open it in my Clip Studio. It's not opening. So I just screenshotted the picture of the commission.
Some of the most devastating nail-related stories start
Are
in
they gonna cut the fingers now? Oh, I can't look. I can't look.
a salon chair. And in one Pennsylvania case, it ended in a life-changing trip to the ER. Ashley, known as Ash the Goddess 09, said a few days after a nail appointment, her right middle finger started tingling, then rapidly worsened.
My finger had actually gotten extremely swollen. It was really painful.
Thinking it wasn't serious, she tried to wait it out until it became, in her words, enough pain to cry, and she couldn't move her finger. So she went to the ER for help and was instead transferred to another.
Dude, I looked at my model and I'm like, because that's the fucking face I'm making. I'm like, oh, what the fuck?
Hospital for a hand specialist. Both locations put her on antibiotics.
my mouth
With
open.
no improvement. She said the doctor made the call to cut and drain out her infected finger.
We have to, make an incision and actually drain the pus.
Ashley documented the aftermath.
Look at this. This is what look at this. Wow. And I hate to even look at this. It's kind of hard because that was crazy.
Yeah.
That was crazy.
Her injuries were so horrifying.
You're cooked when the ER. Yeah, when the ER is like, we can't fix this here. You have to go to a fucking specialist, bro.
Had to censor it to comply with guidelines, but we'll briefly describe it. Her entire finger was swollen, her fingertip and nail was blackened, and the incisions made during surgery were left open.
They actually did not stitch my my incisions. They actually left my incisions open and had to pack them. That had to be changed multiple times a day.
Ashley said she was later admitted again for another draining, and that's when the doctor brought up the possibility of losing her fingertip.
He looks at me.
Did you see that? It's so dark. It's that finger is dead, bro.
Did the other doctor talk to you about maybe having to amputate the top of your, the tip of your finger?
Ashley said she immediately broke down.
I instantly started crying. I love to feel confident and pretty. When he told me that, my confidence instantly was shot.
Natural route, and stayed at the hospital for a few days to make sure the infection didn't worsen and cause her to lose a hand or even an arm. Now, Ashley is healed, but her life is anything but normal.
I have children. I'm unable to do dishes. I can't really use my right hand. I can't pick anything up. I can't really do nothing with it. I am, in fact, seeking legal actions because this is complete negligence.
Ashley said she tried to sue the nail salon, but they offered a settlement of $5,000, which she refused, and is now working with new lawyers for proper compensation.
What the $5,000? Are you kidding me? That was like a slap to my face. I lost a body part. I lost jobs. I lost my confidence. Mental health has been hard.
And the only message Ashley wanted people to take away from her situation was,
be safe. Make sure these nail salons are sanitizing their stuff.
People were shocked at Ashley's experience. Amputate? Oh no, I'm already scared of everything. That salon needs to get shut down ASAP. And this is not the first time nail salon visits have ended in amputations. Gayatri Singh, who was a regular at Lulu Elegance in Toronto, went for a shellac pedicure, and a few weeks later, a surgeon amputated.
What the fuck is a shellac? Shellac. What is that? Well, I guess you caught me. I don't really go to salons or anything. I hate people touching me. I color my own hair. I cut my own hair. I do my mani and pedi myself. I don't like being touched. Well, I do get a massage sometimes once in a while, but it doesn't include cutting something from my body. Shellac is beetles.
Amputated the large toe on her right foot after an infection and exposed bone couldn't be
Exposed bone? Oh my god.
successfully treated.
It was shocking. It was. Because I wasn't expecting that.
And other cases went even further. In Florida, Lisa Scarborough was cut by scissors during a pedicure at La Mer Nail Salon. Lisa later fell.
This is one of my fears. This is why I always do the shit that I do at home. Like, okay, at least I can use my own nail clippers and shit like that, and I know they're clean, and I know I disinfected them, and I know no one else used them but me. But bro, with the amount of like blood related STDs, like imagine going to a salon and getting nipped while you're getting your nails like cut, and then you live your life, and then you're like, oh my god, I have HIV now.
Into a coma before surgeons amputated part of one foot and removed the toes of the other foot.
My foot is ending right there.
Then there are cases that end with a larger amputation. Glenn Morris, a Maryland father, was cut during a pedicure at an undisclosed salon. The cut led to permanent bone infection with several amputations over the years. The first time, his second toe was removed, then later his big toe in 2018, and then his third toe in 2019. By January 2025, the infection spread so much that he had to amputate his entire lower left leg.
Oh, and then they amputate his knee, and then they amputate his thigh, and then they amputate his body, and then they amputate his neck. I don't know. Going up and up. Holy fuck, that's so scary.
And in Florida, Clara Shellman also got a below-knee amputation after getting cut during a pedicure at Tammy's Nails 2. So far, she's one of the public cases that successfully sued the salon and walked away with a $1.75 million settlement. These cases are devastating and more frequent than we think. But it doesn't mean you have to stop your self-care routines entirely. Several people shared manageable workarounds. That's why I bring my own equipment to my nail lady. I bought everything, so only me and my daughter use it. That's why I stick to my press-ons. And if you still decide to get manicures and pedicures professionally or at home, here's the main takeaways. Don't cure gel on skin. Don't let anyone cut living tissue with dirty equipment, which means checking the salon reviews or bringing your own sanitized equipment. And if swelling or pain is getting worse within 24 to 48 hours, don't wait to get help. While you're here, check out our video on the dangers of the internet's latest obsession. And consider liking, commenting, and subscribing. Your support means a lot to us and helps us continue to create videos like these.
Hey, I drew Bru Yaoi, right? I wonder if they saw it. I tagged them. I wonder if Bru saw my Yaoi. If he doesn't notice me, I'm gonna start drawing him naked and getting fucked in the ass. You should watch happier content. But I'm sad. That's why I watch sad content. Oh, I'm getting sleepy. I didn't get enough sleep last night. Kendall Jenner. Hey, I didn't sleep well last night. I was having a panic attack. Let's see. please don't cancel me. Haunted. Oh, but it's an hour long. Yeah, I'm good. I'll be fine. I'm old. I'm safe. I'm good. I've been dealing with this shit for years, bro. It's fine. This Everest climber was already dead. She just didn't know it yet. Why are all of these videos like an hour long? I need like something short-ish. We die, they go home. What the fuck? PhD student killed best friend's baby while nannying. What the fuck? Free birth. Oh shit. Okay, I was talking about this one, the free birth thing, where like the babies come out all disabled. Because they're like, no, I'm gonna give birth the natural way, and then, you know, the baby lacks oxygen, like immediate care, and they turn into like a vegetable.
This is excessively stupid. I can't. Okay,
I can
knew
make this
because
smaller
I've
so I
looked at
can
this
draw
that
the
they were
commission.
out there, but I didn't know it was that far. Again, help, I hate it here. You know what? It's me. Hi. I'm the pathetic loser critic. Free Birth Society has many medical claims that conflict with actual evidence-based practice. Let's talk about free birth. So what is free birth? It's a practice of people getting no medical care and then birthing with nobody to help them. So this isn't like I'm having a home birth with a midwife or I'm having a hospital birth with a doula. This is like I'm having no medical care at all and I'm having my baby by myself. Some of them will still opt into using a support person like a partner or somebody, but a lot of them don't even do that. They quite literally birth alone after having no care through a pregnancy. So this is a spectrum. There are obviously like wide varieties of how people decide to move forward with what they're calling free birth. When we were looking into this, I found it fascinating that a large majority of the free birth community had started with something called the Free Birth Society. The Free Birth Society describes itself as a global community and education platform dedicated to providing viral content for mothers and radical birth keepers on the power of instinctive pregnancy, physiological birth, and wild mothering. So yeah, it's basically the idea that people have been having babies for thousands of years. Why would you need anybody to assist you in that process? Most of us can see the side of this that makes that a bit outrageous, but that's kind of where it started. Emily Salde is the person who's behind creating a Facebook community, and it got shut down in 2018. And that was as a result of the Daily Beast writing an article about it that ended up being associated, the group ended up being associated with several bad outcomes. The primary one being a baby called Journey Moon. So when Emily Salde's Facebook group got shut down, she moved it over to a website, which is the Free Birth Society, where they charge about $500 a year for access. And before the community was closed down, there were people who would make fake accounts and join the Facebook group just to kind of infiltrate it and get inside view of what they were pushing, what was going on. Well, some of them kind of weaponized those bad outcomes, and it definitely didn't help to address the topic like in a meaningful way. And so when the group got shut down, the way that they created this application where you have to pay so much a year to be a member really cut down on the amount of people who could infiltrate. And that meant that it was much harder to get information about what was going on within the group. It was really frustrating watching the group, and I was watching it back then, even though I was only getting started doing YouTube at the time, because they would really screen comments to a scary degree, where you'd see people ask questions like, you know, my water broke 4 days ago and I'm only 32 weeks and nothing's happened. What should I do? And people would strongly encourage them to do nothing, don't contact any doctors. And anybody who was saying
they want to LARP as a fucking poor Victorian teenager that got pregnant accidentally and is now giving birth at like an alleyway. Dude.
maybe you should go get that checked out at the hospital, their comments would be deleted and they'd be
While
kicked out of the group.
mothering.
This is very controlling with regards to what could be
Fucking
said
while
in the group.
mothering my
It's
ass.
really scary.
You know, childbirth actually has like a high percentage of death rates, even with modern technology. So you shouldn't like, if you do something stupid like this, you're basically like putting your life and your baby's life in line.
Now, my take on this, and kind of what I find really fascinating about it, is if you think about this from a standpoint of free birth being something that is now being made into this privilege, right? So free birth is actually something that happens all the time, free birth, around the world, because people don't have access to medical care that can keep them or the baby that they're pregnant with safe throughout the pregnancy and delivery. And that's
Exactly.
because they don't have a choice. So then you see this spectrum of rights. So you have all these people who have to do this out of necessity or force. And then on the flip side of that, you have what is primarily a community of, not exclusively, but primarily a community of wealthy white people who have chosen to put themselves and their babies in a position of risk out of privilege. And it feels just really, I don't know the right word to describe it, but the feeling that gives me of, I want to, as a show of my going against the grain or my being counterculture, I want to adopt this less safe thing that other people around the world are forced into and would give anything to have access to the things that I have. That is what makes me, uncomfortable, that's good. Dystopian, that fits. All of these things, like it just, I hate that. And then when you bring into it all of the ins and outs, the bad outcomes they've been associated with, it gets really ugly. Sorry, I just can't take this seriously. I just find it really dripping with, I am so privileged that I'm bored and I don't know what to do with myself, so I'm going to put myself and the baby I'm carrying at risk for no reason. I know that there are situations where people don't get medical care because they have been ostracized by the medical community and have a very valid fear of accessing medical care, and that's not something that we can ignore. But a lot of these people don't fall into that category. A lot of these people aren't having that be what they're choosing because they are in a category of people who cannot safely feel like they can access medical care without some kind of bad outcome. That's not the majority of these people. Right, so let's look at the 5 key findings. They did a year-long investigation of how mothers lost children after being radicalized by uplifting podcast tales of births without midwives or doctors. And the article title is, Influencers Made Millions Pushing Wild Births. Now the Free Birth Society is linked to baby deaths around the world. Oh, this is what I was talking about. Okay. Had a baby 2 days shy of 36 weeks. She's having trouble breathing on her own. Any suggestions of what to do? So this is a very good example of what would go on in that group in the time that I was looking into it and when I could actually see into it before the Facebook group got shut down. How many days is she now? What's the breathing like? How do you know she's struggling? Can she swallow? Is she peeing and pooping?
God
we
damn.
just had her
How to kill your baby. Fucking Ooh. Rich people LARPing as poor people, exactly. Like that one fake peasant village Marie Antoinette.
3 hours ago, had to give mouth to mouth to get her to start breathing. It's very
Hospital.
shallow breaths. She's kind of gurgling.
911.
She's skin to
Go to
skin
the
with
hospital.
dad. She hasn't peed yet, but she did have meconium when she came out. So that's not really a good thing. You've got a baby in respiratory distress after being born premature with meconium. Premature babies can have meconium, but it is far less common than having a premature baby that doesn't have meconium. Meconium's really common and it becomes more common as you get closer to your due date. Meconium is when a baby has a bowel movement prior to delivery, and a lot of times that happens because of stress, but it is much more common as you get closer to your due date. So the fact that you've got a preterm baby who had meconium, meaning baby was stressed prior to birth, who is now having respiratory distress. One of the most common complications of meconium-stained fluid at the time of birth is respiratory distress related to that meconium getting into the lungs and making it difficult to breathe. You can get meconium aspiration syndrome where you get a lot of inflammation. You can get infections and things like that. So if you've got a baby that's preterm, had meconium, even though it was preterm, meaning it was stressed before delivery, is now a few hours old and struggling to breathe, This is not a haha, let's just see what happens. This is a medical emergency. You need medical assistance. And it took an hour of helping with blow-by breaths to get the baby breathing, apparently. And so rather than...
Yeah, KK, they can poop and pee in the uterus, especially if you're nearing birth.
saying, hey...
It's not like, oh, they don't poop, everything goes to the umbilical cord. No, if there's like a working colon, they're gonna poop, they're gonna pee.
Maybe you should get some medical care, have a doctor or midwife assess your baby. The answer is I'd have her skin to skin entirely uninterrupted with you, nobody else, full naked, no bra. That all sounds totally normal. I disagree. I'm not a pediatrician, but that doesn't sound totally normal to me. Shallow breathing and gurgling wouldn't personally concern me. Sorry, what'd you say, Emily? I can't. She needs to be on your bare breast to follow nursing instincts. You know what babies can't do? Breastfeed if they are in respiratory distress and not breathing. It's not funny. It's not funny at all. It's horrifying, but I don't know what else to do. So this is the kind of thing that would be propagated in the group, and it gives you this false sense of security, right? So if you imagine being a completely medical distrusting, non-medically informed, normal person who nobody's expected to be medically informed except those of us who have to be. So if you are just a normal person and you already have a little bit of a distrust of the medical system or don't want to engage with it, and then you have all of these people telling you, oh yeah, that very not normal thing, totally normal. It's your first time having a baby. Why would you have any concerns? You're being reassured by the people who apparently do this all the time, right? Those were the kind of things that linked them to some deaths. Let's go through what their claims found. So the Free Birth Society is a business run from North Carolina that promotes the idea of women giving birth without midwives or doctors present. It's led by Emily Saldea and Yolande Norris Clark, who are
Electric chair. Electric chair. Electric chair.
ex-doulas turned social media influencers, red flag number one, who have gained a global following through the FBS podcast, which has been downloaded millions of times. FBS, which is Free Birth Society, profits from sales of its instructional video guide to free birthing and access to a paid-only membership for pregnant women. It runs 2 online schools that train radical birth keepers and authentic midwives to support women when they're giving birth. So this isn't training, right? This is people who don't have any expertise in this, who are clearly not safe to be doing what they're doing, who have decided that they are going to give fake certificates out to people who they train to also be not safe to do what they do. In a year-long investigation, we reviewed hundreds of hours of FBS podcasts, videos, documents, and course materials, interviewed 10 former insiders, and analyzed thousands of pages of journal entries, medical notes, message threads, and legal documents relating to birth by its followers. We also interviewed more than 60 mothers influenced by FBS, studied video footage of unassisted births, and consulted some of the world's leading obstetricians and experts in midwifery. Here are the things that we learned. Number 1, many Free Birth Society claims conflict with evidence medical. I'm sorry. I'm really, really glad that they did this investigation, but come on. You don't have to do a year-long investigation to figure out that Free Birth Society has many medical claims that conflict with actual
birth keepers. Fucking birth keepers, bro.
Evidence-based practice. For a healthy mother in a low-risk pregnancy, experts say the risk of free birthing is generally low. Show me the expert. Who are they? Not me. Across whole populations, going through labor and birth without professional support is associated with higher levels of risk for mother and baby, said Professor Sue Down, a senior British midwife at the University of Lancashire. Yeah, absolutely. Like, why do we even have to ask that question? Like, if that was the case, then, like, if truly having no help for taking care of you in your pregnancy and delivery was safer or as safe, why would my job exist? That's silly. This is an obstetrician or a midwife who reviewed some of the claims for them, and everybody agreed that this was misleading and the content was medically illiterate, misleading, or dangerous. Examples include the false claim that there is 0 risk of infection when cutting an umbilical cord. That's outrageous. They provide incorrect guidance on how to resolve a rare but potentially fatal condition called shoulder dystocia. That's where during birth, the shoulder is lodged underneath the pubic bone. And so what happens is when that shoulder gets lodged, the baby's head can come out, but the rest of the baby can't.
Yes. You know this condition where this happened in the Philippines once. I heard it in the news. The baby's head ripped off. Holy fuck. It was just a head. the body stayed in the fucking mom. Ah!
And it's a medical emergency. You want to fix that in a couple minutes or less, ideally, but if you get to like the 10-minute mark, this is becoming a life-altering or potentially death situation. And there are ways to help manage it. All of them don't always work. It's an unpredictable complication to some extent, although there are risk factors, and it could happen anywhere. And I live in a country where lots of people do home births, and so I'm not as averse to that as a lot of probably primarily or only US-based obstetricians would be. But the truth of the matter is that no matter what, you're always going to be at higher risk delivering away from all the trained medical professionals. That doesn't mean it's so high risk that you shouldn't do it, but it is so high risk that you shouldn't do it if you're going to just do it by yourself after having no care or ultrasounds through the pregnancy. Advocacy of a passive approach to newborn resuscitation that posed a high risk of babies having long-term neurological damage or death, all right? So number 2, what they figured out as the 5 key findings is that Free Birth Society is linked to real-world harm all around the world. We identified 48 cases of late-term stillbirths or neonatal deaths or other forms of serious harm involving mothers or birth attendants who appear to be linked to FBS. For example, having enrolled in its courses or appeared on its podcast. Most of the cases of harm relate to mothers in the US and Canada, but they include births in Switzerland, France, South Africa, Thailand, India, Australia, the UK, and Israel. When free births go wrong, it is impossible to say whether the outcome would have been different with medical support. Not always impossible, but probably sometimes. But what you
they're picking and choosing to show the numbers. I know this. They're the free birthers are picking and choosing to show, oh look, it works. Lol, like, okay, show me the percentage of live births then. Oh yeah, human anatomy fucking sucks for yeah. Aren't humans like one of the worst evolved in like producing children, producing babies? Like, we only have one baby. The gestation is super long, like 9 months long, almost a year, and then the baby can't take care of itself for the first 10 years of its fucking life. It cannot protect itself within like maybe the first 3 years. They can't fucking walk or whatever, right? Like look at the horse. They plop the fucking horse down, it starts running within like an hour.
can do is look at the frequency within the medical system, within the midwifery system, and within the Free Birth Society group and see that it's happening disproportionately. But in all 18 cases involving in-depth interviews with the mothers, we found evidence suggesting FBS played a significant role in the mother or birth attendant's decision-making, leading to potentially avoidable tragedies. They include the case of Gabrielle Lopez, a first-time mother from Pennsylvania. Her son Esau got stuck during his birth in 2022 and sustained a brain injury caused by oxygen deprivation and is now severely disabled. That's very sad.
There you
so
go.
that's the kind of thing, like, you can't tell
a perfectly normal baby becoming disabled.
for sure would that have happened in a hospital or would it have not? Would it have happened with a trained midwife at home or would it have not? You don't ever know that for sure. But you can look at these and go, yeah, that's statistically unlikely to be happening at that frequency because here's what happens with typical home births and here's what happens with typical hospital births. Number 3, key finding from their investigation.
I'm gonna send this to my client.
Saldaya, the chief executive of FBS, directly advises women during
For
birth.
approval.
Yeah, this is what I saw when I was looking into it, is that she would come on the group and give them essentially medical advice. She would call them or message them, sometimes respond to their Facebook messages. And they're talking about Lauren Holiday, who was first known FBS linked mother to lose a baby. That happened in 2018. So that was prior to the Facebook group getting shut down and them creating like this external group. Saldaya denied advising
now.
Holiday, telling students, "I didn't know this woman at all." Lack of accountability to a degree that is alarming. However, Guardian has reviewed more than 100 messages between them during her 5 days of active labor. How do you just deny that? And I can't. So despite numerous signs that
I want to finish 2 commissions today because I already spent the money to pay for the the additional one. So I still have like a couple thousand more to pay off. But at least I'm getting there, right? Also, I have a job, so hopefully they accept me. I don't know about my documents. Maybe I'm going to jail because I haven't paid my taxes. I don't know.
She had a medical emergency, so I encouraged her to keep going before eventually providing her with a script to deceive hospital staff about the details of her labor.
Giraffes are... Did someone say horse? Shut the fuck up, medium rare. Yeah. Like, baby horses can run within like an hour, within like 15 minutes. They have to like survive. Rosemary Kennedy became... Oh, really? I didn't know that. Yeah, good luck. Thank you, Graham Joe. Yeah, wish me luck. I hope I get this job. I really need the money. I need the job. I couldn't find a husband in time. Now I have to go back into the wagey cagey. I can't... My fucking dream of becoming a fucking alcoholic housewife to a rich man is over. I'm going back to the wagey cagey. Wagey cagey.
Oh my god. I don't even understand why it would get to that level. Like, why would you need to lie to hospital staff when you finally decide to go in? Her daughter, Journey Moon, this is Journey Moon's story, was stillborn. In 2024, Saldaya also advised Haley Bordeaux, a mother from Virginia, via phone calls and texts to a friend. She had a healthy baby, but had several strokes caused by severe preeclampsia that made her temporarily blind. That is terrifying. Finding number 4, the group profits from growing distrust in maternity services. The women who were using them were attracted to it for understandable reasons. This is what we were talking about earlier, that it makes sense. There are people who distrust the medical system and don't want to engage with that. That is something that the medical system needs to be aware of and sensitive to and work on, but is not solved by unsafe practices with completely untrained individuals. Scandals in maternity care and a concern among some about overly medicalized birth approaches, negligence, and obstetric violence, all valid concerns. Again, totally valid concerns. Not solved by groups like Free Birth Society, have created a ready market for FBS. Saldaya and Norris Clark exploit these concerns, accusing doctors and midwives of sabotaging women's births, sexually assaulting and fingering mothers, and even committing murder.
What the fuck? Fingering mothers. What the fuck? Dude, that's called checking. You know, when you're giving birth, right? They're checking your birth canal if it's open. It's not like a sexual thing. It's not sex assault. They're literally checking if your body is like opening up for the fucking baby. If they don't do that shit, you're like you can like literally push and the baby won't come out. The baby will just fucking die because, you know, or you will die from blood loss. Because you didn't check if your fucking cervix is open. Fuck.
Even some advocates of free birth argue that the pair promote an unusually dogmatic version. But they are also adept businesswomen, good at monetizing their ideology, estimated to have generated more than $13 million in revenues since 2018. That is truly insane. Nearly 1,000 students have graduated from the Radical Birthkeeper School, which charged $6,000 for a 3-month Zoom course for authentic midwifery.
Damn, dude, for something like this, you need to have like actual hand, you know, you fucking go to a hospital and like, holy shit, just through Zoom. It's like me learning how to operate on a brain just by watching a YouTube video.
Wives, and the Matrabirth Midwifery Institute, a $12,000 year-long gold standard online intensive midwifery school. Taught by not midwives, well, people who call themselves midwives. So this is something we've talked about too, right? So in the US particularly, there's a serious issue with midwife not being a protected label. There are many types of midwives and not a lot of oversight with who can call themselves a midwife. So it does not shock me that these people were able to do this. If you haven't watched my video on midwives in the US, that might give you some more insight, but I have absolutely no surprise in me that they were able to do that. And 5th key finding, leaders of FBF seem undeterred by mounting criticism. Yeah, this is something I noticed too when I was looking into it, is that, you know, they were still going and they were still doing everything incredibly publicly. I don't know where they are now because that was a few years ago when I was looking into it. 2018 is when I first became aware of the group, and then they very quickly after that were removed from Facebook. And then I once again started looking into them maybe in 2022-ish. And what I noticed is this is truly outrageous how publicly visible they seem to be fine being when all these bad outcomes are being linked to them. I mean, the Daily Beast article was massive and truly damning about this group and their practices. And the fact that they were like totally fine with continuing to do it publicly and having podcasts and stuff was insane to me. They did not respond to requests for the Guardian for comment. There are some signs they may be adapting their approach. In a call with students this year, Saldaya suggested that FBS may have gone too far in calling their MMI a midwifery school. It has since been renamed the Maternal Birth Mentor Institute. Right, so they've gone too far, and the way that they've gone too far is calling it a midwifery school. Help, I hate it here. It's not we've gone too far, all these babies have died. It's not we've gone too far, all these moms have had bad outcomes. It's we shouldn't have called it a midwife school. Oh my God, please. I can't. In May 2025, FBS posted a disclaimer on Instagram saying its content was for educational and informational purposes and not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any medical condition related to pregnancy or birth. However, Saldaya and Norris Clark are also pushing back at criticism about their business and the risk it poses to mothers and babies. They recently called critics pathetic losers. That's real interesting language that I don't know, haven't heard from like administrative people high up in the US government or anything. Again, help, I hate it here. You know what? It's me. Hi. I'm the pathetic loser critic. FBS is the most ethical kind of business you can run. Like, I don't know what their politics are, but they are taking notes right out of the president's book. Never seen something more ethical in my life, honestly. I don't know why. Why are all of you so upset about this? It's obviously incredibly ethical. The most ethical kind of business you could ever run. And all of these people who think otherwise, they're just pathetic losers. After publication of The Guardian's investigation, Saldaya posted a statement on Instagram criticizing propaganda on mainstream news. Yep, it keeps happening. This is what it means to be a disruptor. She said they will try to discredit you.
Disrupting your life by killing your baby. They're gonna disrupt your life by killing your fucking baby. What time is it? Oh shit, I need to pee, bro. I need to pee. I have to pee really, really badly. Let's watch a... I'll put in a video you can watch while I pee. Oh, coffee house crime? Okay. Oh shit, okay. Watch this while I pee. Okay, I need to pee. BRB, pee. BRB, I'm pissing.
She conscious? Ma'am, what's your name? Huh? I can't hear you. Tiffany? Alright, Tiffany, I'm gonna change these handcuffs out, okay? And then I'm gonna roll you over and I'm gonna sit you up, alright?
It was November 2023, and police were responding to a call made by a concerned neighbor. Officers were clearly confused about what they were walking into, but then again, everybody was. But with the distressed mother lying on the driveway, and rumors that her 2 children were still inside the house and in danger, the situation quickly turned serious. However, while this chaos was unfolding outside, it tragically was already too late for them. And when police officers stepped inside Tiffany's home, that was when the story began to unravel. A story that you will soon come to realize is filled with lies, delusions, and deeply troubling clues. Hi there folks, my name is Adrian, and today we're traveling to Kentucky to look at a story that left a town in disbelief. You know, I have to say, this story really will leave you wondering what happens behind closed doors, not only for the family and all of the social media left behind, but also all of those red flags which were kind of seen but never fully realized. Now I have to say, we've got quite a lot to cover in this one, which is slightly different to the usual. And so, on that note, please grab yourself a coffee, get comfortable, and let's caffeinate while we investigate. This is the case of Tiffany Lucas. Welcome to the Bluegrass State, folks, also known as Kentucky, or the horse capital of the world. It is home to the world's longest cave system, hosts the oldest continuously held horse race, and produces more than 95% of the world's entire supply of bourbon, which, considering how big the world actually is extraordinarily impressive. However, Kentucky has a darker side too, because not only does poverty run deep here, but it's actually too deep to ignore, because with that comes a whole list of other issues too. We're talking about the brain drain, political division, and something that we'll touch later on in this video, the opioid crisis. Unfortunately, poor health is one of Kentucky's hardest truths to swallow. The state regularly ranks near the bottom in the country for overall health outcomes, which, as you will soon realize, feels especially relevant for the story that we're about to talk about. Because in many ways, this case is yet another casualty of those ongoing struggles, and it raises one simple question. When was the last time that you took your own health seriously? And I don't mean the kind of serious where you're up late at night doom scrolling and trying to convince yourself that you're fine or not, because trust me, we've all been there, including me.
KK, it's
But I
almost
mean
11 p.m. I'm
seriously.
heading off to
In
bed.
fact,
Bye,
it was
bye,
only a
KK.
few weeks ago,
Love
and while
you.
experiencing RSI, which,
Yeah,
by the way, just means sore wrists, that Google even
I'm gonna try to draw for as long as possible. I really want to at least finish the initial sketches of my commission. This guy. Okay, I don't want, I want to finish this, and then I have like I have another one for Alcavi, which is a character sheet. So I'm crunching time. I want to finish this because on Monday I'm gonna have to go do the other requirements for my new job. So I'm crunching for time. I actually should be like, you know, I did say I will be gone for 2 to 3 days, but anyway, I was just lonely. I wanted to chill with you guys, and you know, I don't know. I'm alone, and I get so caught up in my thoughts, and I need to stop being sad.
suggested that I might be experiencing a heart attack, which...
What the fuck? Shut the fuck up. Hey, look, it's me. Nurse injects poison. We need something good to watch. They ruined my body. Moms admit they regret their children and is getting concerning. Holy fuck. Two years wasted. Correctional officer fell in love with inmate, then got scammed for 2 years. What the what? Oh, TikToker who murdered his sister.
This
Holy shit.
14-year-old girl is accused of stabbing her sister to death in their Lancaster County home.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. Hope you guys are doing okay, because we're going to be diving into something very dark today. So recently, there was this 14-year-old girl named Claire Miller who was accused of murdering her own sister. And I'm only saying accused because, you know, legally, I don't want to get in trouble, and she hasn't officially been convicted by a judge
Let
at
me
the
think
time
of
of
a
this recording,
pose.
but it's pretty much been confirmed that she actually did the crime. And the victim in this situation was her sister, Helen Miller, her older sister, who was suffering from a disease known as cerebral palsy. And cerebral palsy, for those of you who don't know, is basically a disease that strips you of the ability to move normally and causes incredibly abnormal muscle function. And I'm pretty sure many of you have seen people like this before. You'll often see these people with this disease using wheelchairs or crutches to move around, and there will be ramps and special vehicles made specifically for them to be able to, you know, live normally. Although with
Dude, did you see that guy that fucking did you see, oh fuck, did you see that video of the guy that like tried medical marijuana and it stopped his shaking? Holy fuck. it's why like there's a lot of people that's like fighting for marijuana usage for like people with shaky symptoms in their disabilities, because it makes you high, of course, but it calms down the shakes. So if you're like always shaking and whatever, like you can't control your arms and legs anymore because you're always shaking, would you rather be sober and like shaky, or a tiny bit high and hungry but you can control your arms and legs and you can actually like move normally?
With that disease, you can't live normally. But that was daily life for her 19-year-old sister until her life was cut short by her little sister, Claire. However, according to official reports, police were called to the family's ranch home at 1:08 a.m. Monday, and they arrived 5 minutes later, so that would be around 1:13 for those of you who can't do math. They were greeted outside by Claire Miller wearing bloody pants and with
Trying to
blood
figure
on
out
her
the
hands,
fist
repeatedly saying, "I stabbed my sister," according to court records. The records said
Maybe this is
officers went
better.
inside and found Helen Miller, 19, on her back in a bedroom with a bloody pillow over her face. And when an officer removed the pillow, a large knife was sticking out of her neck and blood was pooled on her chest and bed. She died from multiple stab wounds, the coroner said. Yeah, that is brutal. You know, this definitely sounds like a scene straight out of a horror movie, but instead of it happening on the big screen, it's happening out here in the real world, you know. One thing I do want to mention before moving on any further into the video is that if you guys ever want to send me video topics, you can do so by sending them to my Twitter or Instagram by using the links down below in the description. I know some of you guys are always trying to leave the video suggestions down below in the comments, and some of you do really have good ideas, but I pretty much stopped reading comments because there's always going to be some dickhead down there trying to send hate my way, and I just, you know, I don't want to get angry from reading comments, so I pretty much toned down on that. And plus, to be honest, you guys already know that all of my videos have thousands of comments, so it's kind of impossible for me to read all of them. So the best way for me to actually see your message is for you to take a minute or two to send me a topic or a story that's around 21,000 followers. Her typical content usually consisted of videos of her lip syncing, spares. Oh, we're all friends. But yeah, anyways, you guys get what I'm trying to say. With that being said though, let's jump right back into this video. So the girl in question, Claire Miller, who went by the name Spirits and Such Consulting before being banned on TikTok, had around 21,000 followers. Her typical content usually consisted of videos of her lip syncing to certain songs and dancing in the most cringe and borderline creepy way possible, which is basically the staple of most TikTok users anyway, so she fits right in. But ever since the news broke about her apparent role in the death of her sister, her page has been taken down by TikTok, which is kind of surprising since TikTok sometimes takes a while to take down people's pages. But you know, shout out to the CCP for actually doing something good this time. What's not surprising though is the fact that between the time of her posting her final video and the moment that her page was taken down, she gained over 32,000 followers. And obviously that sudden spike in followers is due to the fact that people are attracted to danger. You know, it's pretty much been proven that people won't notice you until you've become a famous hero or an infamous villain. There's usually no in-between for the masses, which is why most news is filled with negative shit 24/7. I mean, that's just what people like. But like in my previous video about the girl who set her boyfriend up, copycat accounts have popped up to catch some of the follows as well. One of them went as far as even setting up their own account, pretending to be her and posting all her deleted videos to that page. I mean, why would you even want to put the effort in to get followers from people who think that you're a murderer? It's not clicking with me. But I guess some people love the attention and clout no matter the form it takes. For a little background though, Claire Miller, she went to a private school near her home in Lancaster, Pennsylvania. And it's called Lancaster Country Day School, which currently has about 550 students with an annual tuition cost of $22,000. So obviously her parents are doing pretty damn good financially, as 4 years in that school at a rate of $22,000 per year could easily reach upwards of over $100 and something thousand by the time a kid graduates from that school. However, according to an unnamed friend who was talking to her before the murder, they said that she had suicidal and homicidal thoughts. So maybe the signs were there and her parents just didn't care. Maybe this friend should have spoke up earlier. Like, if you got a friend out here who's being weird, you know, doing all kinds of weird shit on TikTok and drawing witchcraft on their walls, maybe you should say something to their parents or the authorities. I don't know. But anyways, obviously everybody in the town and in the state found out about what happened, and the school district put out a statement saying, "In this moment, We extend our deep sympathy to the family on all fronts. We will do our best to turn this into support for this community because this is significant loss that affects our entire community. We were so saddened to learn of Helen's tragic and unexpected passing. Our hearts go out to the family and friends of the Miller family. This is a devastating tragedy. While I cannot give you specific information related to her, what I can tell you is that Helen was enrolled in our district as of today because she was still receiving educational services from our district. I mean, I can only imagine how shocked all their teachers and classmates must have felt when they heard about the news. A student that they all went to school with saw 5 days a week ended up killing her disabled sister in one of the most gruesome ways possible. Like, it never really feels like it could happen to you or someone you know in a town that you've grown up your whole life, until it actually does. And as far as I can tell, based on the quick Google search I did, her motive for killing her sister is still unknown. And if it is, the police definitely have not disclosed it to the public yet. But there are some interesting theories that I came across while on my search for why Claire did what she did to her sister. And these theories were sparked by a comment posted in the comment section of a video made by a person named Tuv here on YouTube. And the comment said, "I literally can't understand why she would kill her sister. How can you have beef with someone who is wheelchair bound and nonverbal? I mean, she had a couple of TikToks about her dad and she seemed to really love him. Maybe she was jealous that her dad gave her sister attention or something. This is just a real tragedy. Rest in peace, Helen." And then I received a couple of responses by some other users saying, apparently she had suicidal and homicidal thoughts, which we know. Another person said, it's common for siblings.
I know, right? Like, okay. She can't move, she can't talk.
Siblings with disabled siblings to feel resentment towards the disabled sibling, which I wasn't really aware of, but now that I'm thinking about it, it makes a lot of sense and could be a possible motive. And
Could
then,
be like an attention thing, like, oh, my parents are always like giving attention to this fucking my disabled sibling. I have to kill them.
another comment that I saw, which I found the most interesting, was from a user named Miss Lulu saying, I have two theories. I don't know, they might be wrong, but whatever. One, since her older sister is disabled and in a wheelchair, she needs extra care and gets more attention, so maybe she got jealous of her sister and hated her because of it. Two, since the sister is disabled, her parents are obligated to buy medical needs and pay hospital bills, so maybe she thought it was a good idea to kill her, to let her parents rest if they're not able to afford it. Which is, of course, extremely wrong to think about. I mean, yeah, I guess. Who knows? Maybe one of these motives are right, and the police have already figured it out on their end, but don't want to disclose what they know to the public yet. However, as of right now, I'm thinking her motive is multifaceted, and is most likely a combination of everything these commenters have theorized so far. You know, being suicidal, having some resentment toward her disabled sister for taking up most of the attention from her parents, and in some weird twisted way, maybe Claire probably felt as though that she was taking a burden off of her parents' shoulders by taking the life of her sister away from them, you know, to, I guess, lessen the financial load. Jesus. I know it sounds pretty crazy to think about, but you guys need to keep in mind that the human mind is very powerful. There's a reason for why we are the apex predator on this planet, and because of how powerful our minds are, anyone given them—
Are you an apex predator? I'm not. I don't think I can do it. I don't think I can be an apex predator. Can I be one?
right circumstances and the right set of chemical imbalances can justify anything in their heads as being the right thing to do. This is what makes our species so incredibly interesting, artistic, and innovative. But it's also what makes us incredibly naive, chaotic, and dangerous. But, you know, I'm gonna leave it at that since I'm not trying to get all philosophical on you guys for this video. However, according to official reports, during the time of the stabbing, everyone was asleep since it was well past midnight. Everyone but Claire, who was plotting to commit an unforgivable act. And info stated on an article from Heavy.com says that, according to the probable cause affidavit, a female called 911 just after 1 a.m. and the dispatcher said she sounded hysterical on the phone. Officers responded to the family home on Clayton Road in Manheim Township about 5 minutes later. They encountered Miller standing outside the house. Officer Cody Lewis reported in the affidavit that Miller told them repeatedly that she had stabbed her own sister. Lewis said he spotted blood in the snow near the driveway and on Miller's pants. The affidavit says it appeared Miller had been trying to wash her hands in the snow. Whoa, that's crazy. But in the same article though, they go on to say that Miller directed them to Helen Marie Miller's bedroom, which is her sister. According to the affidavit, a blood blood-stained pillow had been placed over Helen's face. One of the officers removed the pillow and saw a knife sticking out of Helen's neck, just above her chest. Helen's hands were up near her head, and officers noticed a large amount of blood on Helen's chest and on the bed. Emergency medical responders attempted to resuscitate Helen but were not successful. The Lancaster County Deputy Coroner pronounced Helen dead at 4:13 a.m., according to the affidavit. Police say the girl's parents were asleep during the stabbing. Wow. I mean, I can't imagine how her parents must have felt after waking up to this disaster. I'm pretty sure they didn't even see this coming at all, but I definitely do sympathize with them and send my condolences to the family because this sounds like a complete nightmare. A nightmare that I never want to be in. However, I do feel like Claire's been wanting to kill her sister for a while now because, as far as I know, random killings rarely ever happen when it's someone you know, like friends or family. Usually these things are premeditated and
I have bunny energy? Oh yeah, because I like to fuck. Is that it? Is that why I have bunny energy? I'm just here to fuck. I'm just joking. Or am I?
are planned out for months on end. Also, a very important detail in this case you guys should know is that Claire Miller will be tried as an adult for this crime. Even though she's only 14 years old, she will be tried as an adult since in the state of Pennsylvania, homicide is not considered a delinquent act. Meaning, in that state, they think that if you're able to kill, then you're able to be tried as an adult. And she'll most likely be going to an adult prison. And actually, at the time of finalizing my script for this video, I just found out that she was actually transferred to an adult female prison about a week ago. She was staying at the Lancaster County Prison, where she was actually the first female ever minor to be admitted there before being transferred to the state prison in her home state of Pennsylvania. So, she's out here breaking records, but just not the ones you want to be breaking. Also, upon doing some further research about murder offenses in Pennsylvania, the details I found were a bit scary. Because according to an article I found from this website called coovandaccoc.com, pretty weird name, I can't pronounce it, sorry. They say, under Pennsylvania law, criminal homicide is considered first-degree murder if you intentionally kill someone. You can intentionally kill someone by poisoning them or by lying in wait. Lying in wait is considered evidence that the killing was done maliciously. If the killing is premeditated, and, Claire's was, you did so willfully and deliberately. The killing is also considered intentional. In other words, if you thought out a plan to kill someone, you can be charged with first-degree murder. First-degree murder is possibly the most serious crime you can commit in Pennsylvania as a conviction and can result in death or mandatory life sentence without possibility of parole. So basically, in other words, let me translate this for you guys.
Death sentence.
14-year-old Claire Miller is never getting out of jail. She's either gonna die in jail or she's going to get the death penalty.
Damn, 14? That's like a baby. That's her whole life. She's gonna spend her whole life in prison. She's gonna be 30 and like, shit, I shouldn't have murdered my sister.
So that's wow, that's crazy. And honestly, I can't really say if she should be put to death over this or not. My opinions on the death penalty are a bit all over the place, and I don't believe it's my place to speak on it at the moment. However, I will say I hope her parents can eventually find peace after losing 2 of their daughters in one day. Their lives will never be the same. It's tragic. But as always, let me know your thoughts and opinions down below. Be sure to follow me on Twitter or IG by using the links down.
My cat wants attention. Baby girl. Baby girl. You wanna go out? Wait, let me open the door for my cat. Okay, I'm back. Tell me, why do you think I have bunny energy? What makes you think I have bunny energy? I'm hungry, but I don't want to eat. I don't know. What? I don't know. Like, I'm hungry. I know I should eat, but at the same time, I also don't want to eat. I poop? No, what? No! I don't even eat enough to poop every day, bro. I don't eat a lot. Bicol Express. I don't know. Maybe I should eat some salt. Sometimes if I nibble on some salt, man, I sound like a cow. When I when I like lick some salt, it kind of revives my appetite. I don't know. Cows use salt licks, right? I want to see this. The best. Let's see if this is AI. If this is AI speech, text to speech, I'm not gonna watch it. I don't like the AI voices.
Her best friend's newborn baby.
Okay.
But the trauma didn't end there. While that son was in the emergency room being treated for mysterious injuries, she allegedly attacked his 6-week-old twin brother, causing multiple brain bleeds. That baby boy died as a result. And now this one-time honor roll student is facing the death penalty. This is Scandal, presented by Law and Crime. I'm Sierra Gillespie.
Woohoo! Look at this, bro. Look at what I did.
It's a parent's worst nightmare times 2. A young couple visits an emergency room when their newborn son develops some serious and strange injuries. While at the ER, they get a call from the mom's best friend. The newborn's twin brother is hurt too, and this injury is far more severe. As investigators dig deeper, they learn the truth. The 6-week-old twin brothers both sustained injuries consistent with abuse, all at the hands of their mother's best friend. One of the newborn babies died as a result, and now the accused killer's chilling remarks are sending shockwaves across the country. Something just came over me I couldn't control. I'm telling you this because I can't keep lying about it. If you're interested in cases like this one, we're talking top true crime news, body cams, interrogations, and deep dives into some of the most scandalous of cases, then make sure to subscribe to our channel and turn on notifications so that you don't miss anything. Now, on to the case
I have
of
to send
Nicole
this to my
Brizzi.
client first.
Today's scandal takes us to
For
Pittsburgh,
approval
Pennsylvania,
before
home
I
to
start
Savannah
inking.
Roberts and Ethan Katz. Back in June 2024, the couple were set to celebrate Ethan's first ever Father's Day.
Now, I'm still kind of sad, but at the same time, I really need to work. Like, I don't know. Just fucking, I don't know, bro. I don't know. For approval before I ink.
It fell on June 16th.
Yeah, Bicol
6
Express
weeks after
sounds
the
really
couple's
good
twin
right
boys
now.
were born. Now the couple was so excited to celebrate with their
I'm waiting
new
for my
babies
client to say
and
to.
an old friend. Savannah's longtime
I'm just gonna like
29-year-old Nicole
sketch
Brizzi
this
was in town from
instead while
California.
we
At the
wait.
time, Nicole was a PhD student at San Diego State University, where she was specializing in psychological factors like trauma and stress. Her page has since been removed from the university's website, but Law and Crime did a story way back when and pulled a quote from her page before it was deleted. It read in parts, "I am particularly interested in exploring these relationships within female and trauma-exposed populations.
Wait, I forgot
By
what
concentrating
her
on these
shirt looks
relationships,
like. Oh
my
my
research
god.
aims to shed
Stupid.
light on the unique challenges and opportunities for intervention within these vulnerable groups." And it's an interesting turn of phrase, now considering the allegations wagered against Nicole. But at
Sorry,
the time,
this is a
back in
GIF.
June
Okay, let me.
2024, Nicole was considered a trusted family friend to both Savannah and Ethan. And that's a direct quote, by the way, from a GoFundMe page that was created in the wake of this tragedy. And all of that leads us to June 2024, when Nicole travels from California
I'm looking at
all
this
the way to
GIF.
Pennsylvania to meet her best
Because
friend
the
Savannah's
outfit is in a
two
GIF.
baby boys, Leon and John Doe. Now, Leon is one of the brothers' real
it's a blue
names. John Doe
shirt.
obviously is not, but that's what his name is listed as in court documents, and that's what we're going to call him, just out of respect for the family and everything that they're going through. And the trauma they endured began on June 16th, 2024. That's when Nicole claimed to discover a strange injury on John Doe's genitals.
What the
Ethan and
fuck?
Savannah later told police they never noticed anything odd about him. No injuries, nothing, until Nicole pointed it all out. Nicole later told investigators that she first noticed the injury to John Doe's penis and took a picture and sent it to Ethan. She also explained that there were scratches to his face, saying that he was flailing his arms about when he was being put into a car seat, and then he scratched himself. In all, the baby was found with multiple injuries, including 2 scratches to the right cheek, a scratch below the left side of his nose, a scratch to the left side of his cheek, 2 bruises beneath his belly button, bruising, swelling, and redness to his penis, and scratch.
What the fuck? What happened to this baby? This is so depressing. I just wanted to know if... yeah, oh, let's change it. This is so depressing. Let's watch... Oh, what the fuck? Oh, this is good. I hope this is not AI voice. I hate the AI voice.
In today's episode, we
Ooh, horror. Do you guys watch Horror Mine? I watch a lot of his videos. Let's see. Rigor Mortis. Okay, let's see. Rigor
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Horror Mine.
Well, I draw
My
this,
name is
lady.
Vic Shy, and this is the Scare Score, where I break down horror movies and rate them on how scary I think they are. In this episode, I'll be going over the 2013 Hong Kong horror film, Rigor Mortis. This is a film that I already covered very early in the channel history that never got a scare score. I'll be going over the events that take place throughout the film while rating the scares on how scary they are or attempt to be. I want to wish everyone a happy new year and hope y'all had a great and safe holiday season. I apologize for the lack of uploads lately as I've been taking the time to focus on work and family, but I have big plans coming for the channel in 2025 and I hope to make it the best year yet for the Horror Mine. As always, thank y'all so much for the amazing love and support. This channel would be nothing without such an amazing audience of people watching these crazy videos, and I can't express my gratitude enough. I want to remind everyone that channel memberships are live and an available option for those who want to support the channel further. I occasionally do channel member exclusive live streams, and we also have a Discord server only for channel members. It's a totally optional way to support the Horror Mine, and any and all support is deeply appreciated. Rigor Mortis is one of my favorite horror films of all time and is extremely underrated. But how scary is it? Sit back and relax and join me as we explore Rigor Mortis and tally up the scare score. Our movie begins with a haunting tune in the immediate aftermath of a brutal fight. We see our main character laying bloodied on the ground, and the rest of the film shows us the awesome, shocking, and emotional events that led to this moment. Our main character is portrayed by actor Chin Siu-ho, playing a fictionalized version of himself. While walking to an old apartment building, he says smiling is tiring and doesn't want to go on. A little boy with white hair rushes into the elevator with an odd sticky liquid on his head. He rushes out and taps on a bell before running off. Chin is led into his unit by a security guard named Uncle Yin. He lights some joss sticks to show respect to the apartment spirits and leaves. Chin unpacks his things and has several costumes from his acting days of being in Chinese vampire movies. Rigor Mortis itself is paying homage to the Mr. Vampire film series and features several actors from those films, including Chin. He listens to a voice message on his phone from his son with a rope tied around his neck. We all know his intent, but we're on YouTube, so let's just say he's working out the muscles in his neck. We briefly see him sitting with his late wife and son as their eyes turn completely white. He hangs the first decoration of his new apartment himself by stepping off the stool. His life literally flashes before his eyes, accompanied by visions of other disturbing sights. A spirit rises underneath a white sheet with blood seeping from it before going into his body. The spirit awakens in his body and tries freeing itself from the rope. An old man rocking literally what I have on right now, sandals and a sleeping robe, bursts in and cuts possessed Chin from the rope. He starts fighting with possessed Chin and the cell phone breaks in the process. We see the face of a screaming female spirit in the mirror who then gets cast out of his body. Chin gets thrown into the wall and gets knocked out cold. This scene wasn't as scary as much as it was cool, which sums up this movie pretty well. All the neighbors gather to see the commotion and Chin throws up the staple possession black goo before putting on his sunglasses like a chill guy. He's just a chill guy that likes to hang out and get possessed sometimes. An old lady tells him it'll be alright, and we see another man staring staring suspiciously hard in the background. That night, Chin sits alone in his apartment listening to the distorted voice recording from the broken phone. It's a really depressing scene as Chin literally looks like a man who's lost everything and has nothing else to lose. He hears a noise outside his unit and sees a strange woman through the peephole. The woman is eating the food offerings in front of his apartment and appears terrified. She turns around and sees the entire unit red and a woman hanging from the ceiling fan. Chin doesn't see what she sees and she apologizes for eating his food. We formally meet the man who saved Chin named Yao, who owns a restaurant in the apartment. Yao knows everybody and the exact meals they eat every day. He even feeds the spirit of a woman who recently passed away, and we briefly see her through the smoke in an awesome visual. Chin speaks with a woman named Auntie Mui, who is a diabetic and lives in the building with her husband. Auntie Mui is the wholesome old lady that everyone loves. She sews people's clothes, cooks, and even watches people's kids. Chin asks if she can fix his old movie costumes that are in bad condition. Auntie Mui thinks there are spirits in his unit, but he doesn't believe in the supernatural. We meet her husband, Uncle Tung, who is a conspiracy theorist and likes to talk crap about
Like
the
me.
other building resident.
Like me.
Tung goes to take out the trash and goes into the stairwell where nothing ever
Oh, small gay art. Yes, yes, I am. I am drawing drag legs. I'm sorry. I need to watch that movie. What's the movie title? I need to watch it. I actually don't know what he's supposed to be wearing. If he's wearing like a skirt or something here. Yeah, it's drag legs. I'm sorry.
good happens.
I'm waiting for my client's feedback, so I'm just doodling some legs.
We briefly see the feet of a child spirit on the stairs. He hears someone crying that sounds exactly like the witch from Left 4 Dead. He then hears a child laughing deviously and sees the spirit of a boy below that is definitely a reference to Toshio from Ju-on. By the way, this film was produced by Takashi Shimizu and his influence is definitely felt throughout the film. We see the boy spirit's deformed face before Uncle Tung slips on the stairs and breaks his neck. Back in their unit, Auntie Mui can feel that something is wrong. Yao tells Chin a story about his great-great-grandfather who was a
Again, every time I draw Lex Luthor and Superman, please assume that it's the one from the 2025 movie. Because I don't know how to draw the other versions yet. I need to learn how to draw them.
vampire hunter and carried glutinous rice on his person at all times. He says since all the vampires have vanished, he doesn't need to be a vampire hunter and cooks with the rice instead. Uncle Tung comes home and Auntie Mui washes his feet, which feel cold to the touch. He says he'll be back and asks her to wait for him before she wakes up from the dream. We then see the bloody aftermath of his fall, which confirms that Uncle Tung will not be coming home. We meet this film's next major character, a shaman named Gao. Auntie Mui speaks with Gao in private and then runs into Uncle Yin in the hallway. He points out all her groceries and she says Tung is coming home. She finds the little boy named Pak in her unit and tells him to scram. Uncle Yin stumbles upon the bloodbath left by Uncle Tung and sees his golden tooth on the ground. Pak goes into Chin's unit to piss in his sink and takes off with his sunglasses. Pak left behind his notepad, which contains several creepy drawings. One of the drawings depicts what the strange woman saw inside of Chin's unit. The other drawings depict what we are about to see involving Auntie Mui and Uncle Tung. His dead body is now inside a tub covered in dirt with a talisman over his face. Auntie Mui stitches up his face as we hear Gao giving her instructions while coughing. Gao performs a dark magic ritual to bring Uncle Tung back to life. He places a mask of coins on his face and tells her not to remove it. They plan to feed his body crow's blood and his spirit should return in 7 days. If this doesn't work, there is an extreme last resort method to bring him back to life. Gao starts coughing viciously and stumbles back into his unit. He makes a cigarette using contents from an urn and the smoke eerily takes the form of a baby. Chin again sees the strange woman and her son Pak eating the offerings in front of his unit. The slowed version of the Mr. Vampire theme song then starts to play, which sounds very creepy. 4 tall robed spirits carrying umbrellas slowly walk towards them. The spirits are emissaries of the underworld and are charged with finding and bringing the dead back with them. They use their umbrellas to capture souls and are no threat to living beings unless you step directly in front of them. This is why Chin and the woman are standing so close to the walls. I initially thought these were the Heibai Wu Chong, but these spirits are a pair and are supposed to be black and white. I'm not sure what the spirits here are called exactly, but they serve the same purpose. The woman tells him to to walk against the walls at night and takes off running. Again, not a very scary scene, but it was pretty darn cool. Auntie Mui has a sweet dream about Tung until she is woken up by his coffin falling. Chin follows Pak and the woman to the basement where they live. Uncle Yin walks in and admits he has been looking after the two. The woman's name is Fong and she used to live in Unit 2442 with her husband. Her husband was tutoring a pair of twins and decided to SA one of them. We see a flashback of the brutal events where the other twin saved her sister from him using a pair of scissors. Somehow, the scissors went right through him and she also mortally wounded herself.
What?
Using the ceiling fan as support, the other twin sent herself to the underworld. Fong walked in on the gruesome aftermath and has been traumatized ever since. This is what she saw in the unit earlier and what Pak drew on his notepad. She returns to the unit every day but is too scared to go inside. The spirit of the twins still haunt the unit and possess Chin in the beginning. This is an extremely dark and brutal scene that is immediately followed by another gut-wrenching scene.
Why-
Auntie Mui is
Why can't I draw Lex Luthor today? Holy fuck. He looks ugly. He doesn't look like Lex Luthor. Oh my god.
dressing and speaking to Tung just like she did when he was alive, but now he is completely silent and she is desperate to get any sign of life from him, which is truly heartbreaking. Actress Pa Hee Ching brings her absolute A game in this film.
I need to stare at Lex Luthor.
Tung's corpse then suddenly opens his eye. Chin goes to Yao's apartment where we see several spirits eating at the table. He says they are his usual roommates and has learned to live with them. He says the spirits are attached to the land itself and that he will probably live here when he dies. He then talks about the vampire hunting equipment behind him that has been handed down for generations. The rest of his family died fighting the supernatural. We see a flashback of Yao as a child wearing the same exact glasses with the exact same prescription too. His father was a Taoist monk who didn't have much money. One night, he left Yao with a neighbor and never came back. I know what you're all thinking. It would be too easy to crack a joke here, but I'm not even gonna go there this video. That's me. Chin asks Yao to help him take care of the twins in 2442, but he refuses to. Chin returns to his unit and gets blood tossed on him as soon as he walks in. Gao places a talisman on his forehead and starts chanting. This draws out the twin spirits who look like two Kayakos infused with the Las Plagas from Resident Evil 4. The twins possess Chin and start fighting with Gao. He starts getting his ass handed to him because it's technically 2 against 1. The fight keeps Yao from finishing the dishes as he also gets in on the action. They push the twins out of his body and the spirits retreat into the darkness. Gao uses Yao as bait and snatches one of the twins with a blood-infused string. One jumps onto Yao's back and he grabs her with the string before being pulled into the dark.
Man, I can't draw today. Holy shit.
They both drag the twins to the middle of the room and tie them up before throwing them into the closet. This was a great scare scene that mixed horror and action really well. The look of the twins is the classic Onryo look, clearly inspired by Kayako Saeki, and they are effectively creepy. Yao slaps Gao for risking Chin's life just to bait the twins and forcing him to get involved. Yao tells him to burn the closet, but Gao has other sinister plans. Almost an hour into the film and I was getting worried we wouldn't get a shower scene, but thankfully, Chin has all that blood and emotional damage to wash off. Now that the twins are gone, Fong can finally step foot inside of 2442. Fong and Pak move in with Chin in a scene that's very bittersweet, accompanied by beautiful
I'm gonna draw him pregnant. Holy.
yet haunting music.
Why not? Why not, right? Why not?
Yao notices an odd smell and that the stitching on people's clothes is a little bit off. He notices that Uncle Tung's been MIA for a while and gets some intel
My
from
back
Uncle
hurts.
Yin. He says Fong saw a man with lots of kids get rid of Uncle Tung. He then shows him Uncle Tung's gold tooth. Auntie Mui says that Tung opens his eyes every night at 11
I
and
was
that his hair
stretching.
and nails are growing. Gao says it's normal and Mui asks about the extreme method of reviving Tung. He tells her that she needs to feed him the blood of a virgin. I'm in danger. I gotta get out of here. Uncle Yin then knocks on the door because he suspects Gao may be responsible for what happened to Tung. He lets himself into the unit and drops candies on
I'm
the
gonna
floor
draw
to
him
draw
like
out the
9
spirit
months
of the child.
pregnant, bro.
He confronts Gao and asks him about Tung's whereabouts. Unfortunately, he's doing a little too much snooping for Auntie Mui's taste, and she decides that his head would look better if it was rearranged with an urn. We're talking about the wholesome old lady that everyone loves here. She has gotten so desperate to get her husband back that she'll do what, Steve?
Whatever it takes.
And if you thought this was bad, what she does next is straight up diabolical. Yao sees Pac running around and takes him to Auntie Mui's apartment. He doesn't suspect her of any wrongdoing, and Pac runs into her unit. She closes the door with a pretty diabolical look, but it isn't until Pac says he needs to use the bathroom that her intentions become clear. She leads him into the bathroom where the undead Uncle Tongue is, and Pac starts to cry as she closes the door. Tongue extends his claws, and the scene that follows is one of the darker horror movie scenes I've seen in recent memory.
Drawing him like super pregnant with
The
like
look
a
on
belly
Auntie
band.
Mui's face as she realizes what she's done is brilliant. It's truly heartbreaking to see just how far this formerly sweet old lady is willing to go to bring her husband back. With Pac's untimely death, the undead
I
Tongue
love
has
drawing like
feasted on the
Slaughter
blood of a
pregnant.
virgin.
You know what, guys? I'm gonna go read some Daredevil Impreg. I'm gonna go back and read some, I don't know, Cherik Impreg, and then I'm gonna look at some. I love Impreg. I'm gonna look at what's this? The Pit Impreg. Oh shit! I should look if there's like Guardians of the Galaxy Impreg. Yondu. Oh my god, Yondu Impreg. Holy hey, did you guys know I cried when Yondu died? One of the few times I actually cried in the cinemas. I was watching it in the cinemas and I started sobbing when Yondu died from Guardians of the Galaxy 2 because I'm a nerd and I love Yondu. What time is it? Oh shit, it's getting late. Maybe okay, I will end stream. Okay. I will end stream. Bye bye. Bye bye. Oh shit. Oh fuck. Oh fuck. Okay, wait. I'm doing this wrong. There you go. Okay. Okay, I will have some lunch and then I will go. Bye everyone. Love you guys. Love you. Oh. Oh, someone donated. Thank you for the donation. Bye bye. Thank you for joining me, okay, and listening to me ramble about nothing. I think I felt like I just needed to talk to people because I was getting too sad alone. I don't think I can stream tomorrow because I have a lot of stuff to do, but yeah, I'll still I'll still try to stream when I'm like living in the city. Bye everyone. Mwah. I love you. Bye bye. Bye bye.